Welcome to the show.
Guess what?
I'm getting it.
You're getting what?
A tattoo. I'm getting a tattoo.
A tattoo? Why is that white today?
It's National Tattoo Day.
Yeah, that's what my tramp stamp says.
Hey, that is a cool tattoo, my brother.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting inked up with some tats.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet.
What about mine? Dude, what does mine say? Sweet.
Ink tats, the coolest kind.
Happy National Tattoo Day.
Showtime.
It'd be nice if you turned my mic on. It would be great if you would turn it on.
You are on.
It's not on.
I'll give you more.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're on. Can't you hear yourself?
Please, sweet baby Jesus, help.
Well, welcome to be in the Breakfast Club.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. There you go.
You want me to move over?
No.
I mean, I'm serious. How about talk? This is radio.
All right.
Yeah.
So welcome to a Monday. I've been thrown into the deep end, so we're going to roll with it.
You've been thrown into the deep end.
Thrown into the deep end.
Are you really going to try to play that after 30 years?
Yeah.
Give me another 40 years and I'll be able to do it.
Number one, I can hear myself. I'm feeding back.
Is Will Rooney with us?
Yeah, he is.
Number two, there's some kind of...
For whatever
feedback?
reason, I have no...
There's some feedback on him.
Are you there, Will?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, dear sweet baby Jesus.
And I'm hearing some kind of text
Echo?
notification come through, too.
A what?
Echo.
Like a beep-doop every once in a while on the... Someone's got... Oh, I bet you money Tom's got the text line up on that computer that he uses to play the intro, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. I'll take care of it.
All right.
Right.
All right, we're on. First thing this morning. This morning.
Epic fail, by the way.
No, it's not really.
Yeah, it really was.
That ad-libbing skill is awesome, too.
You're dead air for a good couple of seconds.
Because he wasn't ready, but
Well,
you Tom lovers, it's only going to take him another 40 years.
Yeah.
And, here's the deal. If you have problems remembering stuff, write it down. First thing this morning, automation's not working in my studio. Well, what's the password? Don't remember it. Write it down. If I know I got problems remembering stuff, I write it down. Start writing stuff down, Tom.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, then he'll forget where he put it.
All the Tom lovers see the attitude. Sure, I'm going to start writing it down. From now on, I will not give you passwords. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm not. If you're that hard-headed, you hard-headed Mexicano. Oh, dear Lord.
Gotta go there, do you, this morning?
All right, Hug a Child Day, Global Hug a Child Day, National Get Out of the Doghouse Day, National Peach Ice Cream Day, National Tattoo Day. That is the question of the day. How many tattoos do you have? And Emoji Day, Yellow Pig Day. President Biden caught on camera sniffing a little girl on the tarmac as he was leaving Finland. Yet another reason why so many people think it's him sniffing cocaine. And a lot of people actually thought it was Dr. Jill Biden doing the cocaine. Man on the street, went on the street, asked people, no, it had to be, a couple of people thought it was Joe Biden doing the coke. You know, he's working so hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I work 4 days in a row. I mean, what do you expect from me? So, can't wait for Joe Biden's memoirs to come out. I think it's going to be interesting. And New York Police Department will now use DNA obtained off a pizza crust in Long Island after the serial killer in the cold case they believe was a pizza delivery guy. Golden Bachelor, ABC TV dating show for seniors is going to be airing, and Ty Pennington is not doing well and is in ICU
Who's he?
after attending the Barbie premiere.
Oh.
He is recovering from had some blockage in his throat and is on a ventilator at this point.
Wow.
Yeah. How did the movie Barbie do at the box office?
It's not released until Friday, I believe.
No, I thought it opened up on Friday. I mean, this past Friday. No?
No, it'll open up this next Friday.
And my daughter informed me that is not a child's movie.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's PG-13. So it's not a child's movie. So
Well, take your kid there.
PG-13 and more of the woke stuff. Officials in Buck County, Pennsylvania, said yesterday that a sudden surge in floodwater on Saturday left 5 people dead and 2 other missing. Donald Trump attending the rally over the weekend, Turning Point Action Conference, and 87.5% of people that are attending believe that Donald Trump should be the nominee. 87%. I'll play some of those cuts coming up in just a little bit. Ron DeSantis, 4.3%.
That's it.
That is it. That is it. I'm going to tell you who I was impressed with was an Indian guy, and I don't have his name in front of me, but Washa has zero name recognition, but everything that he says is spot on. All right, busy weekend. Sad story to report. Suspect charged in Alamogordo police involved shooting, and that officer has passed away.
Passed away yesterday.
Yeah, passed away. And 41-year-old, 11-year veteran of the Alamogordo Police Department passed away. And Anthony Ferguson shot during a chase. And, you know, I don't want to hear from the governor. I really do not want to hear. She came out yesterday and, got on the gun violence thing. I don't want to hear about it because this guy was arrested for shooting at police.
Back in January of this year.
And you let him out. He didn't finish the job the first time. He finished the job the second time. So I don't want to hear from Michelle Lujan Gresham. You can talk about gun violence and this and that, but we have a criminal problem.
Yes.
The criminal problem. And so sad that something like this has to happen. And because the guy was released from jail for shooting at a police officer. Didn't finish the job. Didn't finish the job first time. Came back and finished it second time. So he has been arrested, and they'll probably let him out again. They'll probably let him out on bond.
I hope not.
I'm just saying they'll probably let him out on bond, I'm sure. And officers Sunday shot and killed a man wanted in the 4 weekend killings near Atlanta, Georgia. Gunman, wait, they didn't say white gunman. Killed 2 sheriffs, was arrested. This guy exchanged gunfire with sheriff's deputies and 2 police officers, wounded while trying to take a suspect into custody, and killed 4 people and wounded 3 officers. And he has been arrested. So authorities say the suspect, they've got him in the custody. So that's what's going on there. Mega Million tickets sold $365 million in Los Angeles. That ticket's worth $365,000 cash. The total drawing was $560 million. Martin Heinrich, thank you for spending campaign money. I thought campaign money was supposed to be for use campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So use campaign money to upgrade his surveillance system. $21,000 surveillance system. $21,000. By the way, some of his large contributions out of San Francisco and many of them out of California. Google, the Google PAC gave him $3,300. But, he spent a huge amount of money on his surveillance system. Thank you so much. Fundraising in California. Why would Martin Heinrich fundraise in California?
Good question.
I mean, he's not from, he's representing.
Wherever he can get the money from the liberals.
I guess so. And Mike Pence, speaking about, guys not doing real well over the weekend, said one of the dumbest comments ever uttered out of Mike Pence's mouth. Sad what he said. He didn't care about Americans. I'll get to the cut coming up in just a second. But his fundraising has only raised $1.2 million, which
Wow.
is nothing. All right, text line open. We'll check the weather coming up next. Our number 877-396-W105.
B, we have a wreck to report this morning. There's a wreck on Delaware Basin and 128. They are deterring traffic again. A wreck on Delaware Basin 128. They are deterring traffic. And this traffic report being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rusty Ball's Speed Shop. Find them in Ruidoso when you're looking for a vintage shop. This is the most creative vintage shop around. Check them out. They have shirts, hats, knives, candles, furniture, gas pumps, the old vintage gas pumps. They've got those, gag gifts, and more. Men's and women's clothing. And you can find them in Ruidoso or at rustyballspeedshop.com. Call Josh, the owner, this morning, 575-397-5215, rustyballspeedshop.com for more information.
All right, so we've got another text, B. B, I don't think we have a criminal problem since criminals are always going to be around, says the texter.
No, they won't be around if you lock their ass up. Bring back the death penalty. Pretty simple. So lock them up, keep them away from law-abiding citizens, and let them, at least we know that if they're locked up, they're not going to be killing innocent people.
That's right.
Or raping our kids.
That's right. Hey, B, I got kind of a traffic report, livestock report. Cows running loose on Palo Verde courts in Kansas and Hobbs. They got 4 young bulls running around there. So be careful. Don't run into those bulls, says the texter. And you were asking.
The texter said don't run into the bull?
Well, I'm just saying don't run into bulls because they got them running over there. Another texter says it was Joe's Coke. He's always for getting his lines, says the texter.
Well, he got 10%.
Right.
Or was it 50%? Yeah, 50.
And then you were talking about, Ramsawamy.
Yeah, Ramsawamy.
Yeah, the texter says his name was Vivek Ramsawamy.
I thought it was Vivek, but
Yeah.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
yeah, I went online last night to get the pronunciation from Google, and so I had it, but that story's not in front of me, so I couldn't remember. But weather for the next couple days, calling for more hot weather up to 102 all day today. And heat warnings in effect. 73 tonight, then 105 tomorrow, 106 coming up on Wednesday. Check of the weather being brought to you by All American Cleaners. Find them. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes. 17 pounds, $16.99. Dry clean your clothes. Keep you looking good. Start your clothes there in Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now even in Jow. Stay hydrated. Another hot day going on all day today. It is going to be a very, very hot week. Another very, very hot week. So stay safe out there, and don't forget to stay hydrated for sure.
And this is what texter says, and the camera's looking straight at me. Well, now it's moving. Says, please take the camera off, Tom, eh? I shaved. I'm looking good. And you want to take the camera off of me?
That's open for debate.
Big debate.
And Amarillo Redneck says Tom will forget to write down his passwords.
Well, he's just hard-headed. If I had a memory problem, I'd write the damn things down. I would write directions on how to do stuff. When my mind starts slipping, and I get into pre-dementia, I will write stuff down.
Who's got pre-dementia? I know you didn't say that.
You couldn't remember your password.
No, it's a different one from the one we usually use.
That's because I gave you a different one because you couldn't remember yours.
I remembered it.
Well, why come bug me? If you remember it, why come bug me?
Because I couldn't log on. That's why.
And it sure worked with mine, right?
It was a different password. Well, we got her done. Thank you very much.
Jesus. Help me. Help me. Help me. All right, what county has the largest amount of cancer, the highest cancer rate in New Mexico?
I would say Eddy County.
Yeah, and we think about all these liberals talking about pollution in southeast New Mexico. I got the top 5, not one of them in an oil and gas community. So number 1, Harding County. Harding County, number 1. Sierra County, number 2. Baca County, number 3. Torrance County is number 4. And Socorro County, number 5. Los Alamos County, number 4. You want to talk about a place that's pristine and they don't put up with anything, but could it be the labs there? I don't know. Luna County came in and well, wait, I got that wrong. Carton County came in number 6. Lincoln County, number 7. Santa Fe County. Santa Fe came in at number 8. Taos, number 9. Guadalupe, number 10. Grant County, number 11. Sandoval County, number 12. Los Lunas County, make that Luna County, number 13. And Los Alamos County, number 14. I think you have to get into the 20s before you get Lee, Eddy, or Chavez.
Wow.
So low, extremely low cancer rates in the places that produce oil and gas. You find that a surprise?
No.
You don't find that surprising?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, according to the environmentalists, all this cancer-causing pollution that we're putting out in the air.
Yeah, if you believe what they want you to believe, that Eddy County and Lee County would be number 1 in the state. But evidently, they're pitching a bunch of lies. Maybe. And when they see stuff like this, how can they continue on with the lie? Maybe the facts are that we're not really polluting like they say we're polluting, because cancer is caused by pollution, right?
That's what at least that's what we hear.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
All right, price of oil coming up this morning. More text, 877-396-W105. Tweet of the day being brought to you by our buddy Jamal. Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Need to find out more information about the Hobbs Airfield Speedway? You can pick up the phone and call our buddy Jamal, and he'll fill you in on everything that's going on. Go to Facebook, TikTok, or Twitter and find out what's going on. Tweet of the day being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Coming up August 4th, Test and Tune, and August 5th, the Summer Meltdown. Leslie Varner's going to be there, Corey Escobedo, and others. Gates open at 3 for the big races. There's like 6 different classification. Index, I think maybe more than that. Index, the 7.0 Index, Run What You Brung It, Small Tire, True Tire, Daily Driver, Tailgate, and Junior Dragsters. Find out more information. Follow them on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. The tweet of the day being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Hobbs Airfield Speedway.
I saw B.
This would be the tweet of the day.
Oh, fine.
Tweet of the day. I gave you the cue. Tweet of the day.
Right over his head. Well, you're doing a bang-up job this morning, Tom.
Wait
Right
a
on the
minute.
board.
Give me the cue again, P.
No, just play it.
Tweet of the day being brought to you by
billionaire,
Hobbs
Bill
Airfield
Gates,
Speedway.
says there's too many of us. His thing by 2030
is to depopulate the planet. And I just wondered, like, are we part of the population that he wants to depopulate? Says there's too many of us. And he says it. And people go, it's a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. He said it. You can go on YouTube. He said Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Epstein's Island for a second.
By the way, that's Rob Snyder. Kamala Harris talks about depopulation. She let it slip about depopulation. Here's what Kamala Harris said.
Health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
You can talk. This is radio, bro. This is radio. You can talk.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to a Monday and Beat the Breakfast Club.
Oh my God! He just starts over again. You're like a broken record, bro.
Well, good morning.
You've been part of this show.
I was going to go to the text, but
good morning and welcome to the show.
And we got to kill that sound because that's on your screen.
It is. It's when they come in. That's when that sound comes in.
Then you need to.
Are you
kill that.
kidding me?
Yeah.
And I can't find all my thoughts for the day. I'm a creature of habit. And I kind of like being in charge. That way I'm controlling my own sinking ship.
You're not, though, because Tom's like, he just like dumped the anchor and he's like, got a big hole in the boat.
It's going to get better. You don't have to say it that way.
Plus, he doesn't bail water either. He just sits there and watches it. He just watches it friggin' sink.
Good morning and welcome to the show.
I'm Tommy.
Hey. I wish I could find my thought for the day. But
this would be the part where you could.
All right, so while you're looking for it, B, let's go back to the text. It's David in Artesia. Okay. He is saying this morning, criminals are a problem, but weak politicians that don't like our laws, they hold the office just for personal gains. That's David in Artesia.
Some do. What are you even reading? That's not David.
I said David Artesia.
What are you? The one I see from David Artesia said, I'd like to report a train wreck in the W105 studio.
Whatever. Anyway, he did say that first one, though.
Yes, Tom A is running the board as if you couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm. And another texter says, you know what? It's a one world order in full view. Could be. And another texter says, all them dang trees, they're polluting the air with oxygen. Laugh out loud. That's why we have trees to create oxygen.
Wow, thank you for that profound statement, Tommy.
Well,
I got it, damn it. I got it. These damn trees are. Thank you, Tom.
Mm. Speaking of trees, I don't have any trees beside my bus. I got a bunch of dead trees. That's why. That's why.
Important. Why?
Well, because it keeps the heat down. Really, it does keep the heat away.
Thank you.
So, I'm just saying.
So trees keep the heat away because they put shade off? Oh, wow, thank you. The wisdom coming out of... How many years have you been alive?
60, almost 63.
See, you could throw out the whole deal about wisdom coming with... you could throw that out. All right, Price of Oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. They are currently training people, and they are actually... hiring folks. Find out more information today. They've got the SSIT program. If you've ever been a supervisor in the patch, get in touch with them. They have a training program. Ever run a blender in the patch? They would love for you to come to work for them. They have a training program to make you a seaman equipment operator. Need a CDL and willing to work a lot of hours and make a bunch of money. Find out more information today. Text Oilfield to 63566. They'll send you a link. And you can also go to greatoilfieldjobs.com.
West Texas Intermediate, they check in at $74.30. $78.42 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas is $2.57.
All right, thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service. They deliver oil and gas products out in the patch. Find them today at wakefieldoil.com. Thought for the day is my train of thought is derailed and there are no survivors. It's my thought for the day on a Monday. Things that happen on this date in history. We're going to be taking out the trash and more. And I can't find crap that I need. I am a creature of my own habits, Tom.
Yeah. You didn't put that stuff together like.
Well, I had somebody bugging the hell out of me. That's number one. And number two, when I'm over there, everything has a place. Bugging. When I'm working, don't come talk to me because I'm working.
Would you? I can't log into my system.
I mean, it's the same password I've always had, but evidently, maybe I could be typing it in wrong. Maybe I forgot it. I will change that password to the Apple password that I gave you.
So I changed the camera view to go from behind the board so you can see Tom A work. And it's funny to watch him because when B's talking, he's like trying to do the next thing, and you can see him. He's like all pushing buttons and turning them on and turning them off, and I'm just like,
well, here's the deal: leave the stuff up.
Yeah, everything's up
now. Turn the bumper music down a little bit. There you go. It's supposed to be a bump. But if you leave everything up and just turn the buttons off when we don't need them, that way you don't have to turn it on and then slide it up. I'm just giving you tips. I mean, I know you're a rookie, so I'm trying to help you.
There's one thing that you told me when we were in Roswell.
Here we go.
Remember?
No, I don't.
Yeah, and it was that because.
Do you remember? That's the question.
Because the processor is so strong and it processes our sound. You said leave the mics down. When you hit the button, you won't hear a loud shh, like an explosion.
I don't think I've ever told you that, but leave.
And regardless, our processors are set a lot better than that.
So just leave the buttons, leave the board up, and then work your way.
Well, we have processors ahead of that. We have processors behind that.
Oh, okay.
So we have voice processors and we have the audio processing on the transmitter.
Oh, okay.
And that'll be one less thing for you to have to think about.
Well, at least I knew what that was about, didn't I?
Yeah, apparently not.
Landmark $18 billion tax cut for property owners in the state of Texas. This could encourage more people to move to Texas because I hear it all the time. Yeah, Texas is a great state, but that property taxes. We pay sales tax, and we also pay taxes on our income. So I think this is probably level the playing field. So special session, Greg Abbott called it, and they got it done. Signed that $18 billion tax cut for property owners. Saw over the weekend that Joe Biden's still pushing, giving up, making people eligible to not have to pay their student loan back. And I thought that the Supreme Court had ruled on that already. But you had to pay, I think, 300 payments, and then you get the rest. Why is that so important to Joe Biden?
I don't know.
I don't get it. I do not get it. Tom, what's the next cut coming up?
We got Mr. Ramazaway.
So listen to what he had to say at the Turning Point convention. Listen to what he had to say about his mom and dad. And I don't know if you ever saw him. He is actually darker than. I mean, Indian folks are dark, and I'm talking about people that come from India.
Mm-hmm.
And people always tell him, "Yeah, you did it, but what about the white privilege?" Will, would you consider him white?
Not at all.
No, I like I said, he's very, very, very dark. So here's what he had to say. Tucker Carlson hosting the whole thing. Here's what he had to say.
Regardless of the color of your skin, how are we going to be a country that ensures opportunity? Black, white, man, woman, doesn't matter. You know, my parents came to this country with almost no money. I've gone on to found multi-billion-dollar companies. And then people tell me, oh, that's because you had privilege. They tell me white privilege. It's sort of weird. It's sort of an interesting, it's kind of interesting.
Do you tell them?
As I take the blindfold off, and now you have your answer. But the interesting answer is, actually what I do tell him, Tucker, is that I did have privilege. I didn't grow up in money, but I had two parents in the house, a mother and a father, with a focus on education and a faith in God. And you know what? That is the ultimate privilege. That if I'm going to enjoy that, every kid in this country ought to enjoy it too.
So, yeah, the white privilege. And go look this guy up. I mean, he is very dark. So how can you accuse him? Oh, it's because he went to school and he got ahead and ran billion-dollar companies. That's why he's white, I guess. I have no idea. German man dies after his lover botches an injection to enlarge his privates.
What?
Yeah. So they injected him, and the 32-year-old ended up dying. Injecting yourself with silicone. I mean, shouldn't you, like, I don't know, do some homework if you're going to do that? By the way, his boyfriend has been arrested. Trump praises a GOP challenger. It's already set up. It's already set up. He praised Tim Scott at the convention over the weekend. And Tim Scott said that when I win, I might have a position for him. Yeah. Tucker Carlson, up next, right, Tom? What cut is up next? I need to make myself a cue sheet.
Tucker says, Pence, not my concern.
All right, listen to Mike Pence. What he says, he is more concerned about the Ukraine than he is concerned about America. Here's what he had to say.
You are distressed that the Ukrainians don't have enough American tanks. Every city in the United States has become much worse over the past 3 years. Yeah. Drive around. There's not one city that's gotten better in the United States. And it's visible. Our economy has degraded. The suicide rate has jumped. Public filth and disorder and crime have exponentially increased. And yet, your concern is that the Ukrainians, a country most people can't find on a map, who've received tens of billions of U.S. tax dollars, don't have enough tanks. I think it's a fair question to ask, like, where's the concern for the United States in that?
Well, it's not my concern. Tucker, I've heard that routine from you before, but that's not my concern.
So America is not your concern.
What is your concern, you bonehead?
Tom, that's your guy right there, Mike Pence. Wow. You're not his concern.
Good for Tucker for going at him like that.
Yeah, not his concern.
American people are not my concern.
Yeah, American people are not my concern.
Now, of course, that was taken out of context.
Really?
You think?
He repeated it twice, Tom. I didn't. Oh, you're accusing me of editing it?
I'm just saying, he's a wise politician. Why would he say that twice?
He's not a wise politician. He's a dumbass.
Tom.
What?
He said it, dude.
He said it not once, but twice. How could that be taken out of context? The American people are not my concern.
I'm sure that he didn't mean it that way.
Oh, I don't give a damn.
Dude, you are such a butt kisser.
I am not. I'm just saying. Yeah, he was a soldier under Trump for 4 years.
And abandoned ship at the end. Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead. Kiss some more.
At the first sign of adversity, he jumped ship.
No, he did what he said in the oath that he took office that he would do.
Yeah, whatever. Sound of Freedom is no flash in the pan. Second weekend, the Angel Studios grossed $24.7 million.
Wow,
and
B.
more stories I've seen on TikTok. Have listeners send me the clips on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And where problems at the movie theaters.
Now, why is that happening, really?
Because I do believe that there is a bunch of woke individuals. And you would think even if you're woke, you don't like child predators. You don't like child I don't get why that would be.
But, those movie, like AMC and others, they're getting a cut of the movie. Why would they want to sabotage it for?
People have already paid, Tom. They're in the studio.
No, but why would they want to sabotage their own profits?
Maybe it's not them. Maybe it's woke employees.
I don't think so, B. 18, 19-year-olds, really? Come on now.
You really need to wake up. You really need to wake up. Who do you think controls a big part of protest and that type of stuff? 18, 19-year-olds.
I'm going to have to show you the teenage TikTokers who are just like all about Democrats and liberals.
You really need to wake up and get out of your
They're
little bubble.
busy pushing popcorn and tickets. They ain't got no time to sabotage a movie.
Or they could be busy pushing fentanyl.
You're not giving these kids enough credit.
I'm not. They're not somebody. They don't care. They don't care.
Oh, yeah, they do care.
You know what they don't
really
care about? They don't care about rules. They don't care about the patrons. They care about making clicks and getting likes.
You really need to wake up.
I don't believe it.
You need to
There's
get out your bubble.
something else. If those movies have that many glitches, there's something else.
Glitches?
I mean, glitches. There's something else, B.
Yeah, it couldn't be somebody doing it. Let me ask you another question. Could I take
makes sense that across the country?
Yeah, could I take a 18 or 19-year-old and sit them behind that board, and after one day, they'd be able to know what the hell they're doing?
No.
I guarantee Patrick can come in and run that board.
Oh, Pat could do it easy. But
guarantee it.
But he grew up in that too. So.
Oh, he did he?
Now,
Does he do it every day?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, now, first of all, you throw shade on me because I grew up in the business, and then you want to throw shade on Patrick.
I didn't throw no shade on Patrick.
It sounded like you did.
He could come in and do it all any day he wants.
And after one day, he'd have it done.
Well, he'd probably make some miscues like I have this morning, but
I seriously doubt it.
I guarantee
he
you.
backed up your football games and didn't, and you're such a high. You're let's just put it this way: you're a diva.
I could take a monkey and give him 3 days, and they would run the board.
Can we get an ape that's around here somewhere?
I could get a monkey.
Oh no, you're that big ape. I'm sorry.
I could get him. I don't know. You ought to look in the mirror. Is that your nightgown you wore in here?
What nightgown? I was given this shirt.
Well, you're given everything else, so I mean, why not? All right, cut number 4, Tom, if I'm not mistaken.
It's Tucker on cocaine.
Yeah, Tucker talking about cocaine at the Turning Point convention over the weekend.
No one was more shocked than I was. Are you serious? In the Biden White House, somebody left an 8-ball of cocaine in a public. I said to my wife, that's just not in character. I just don't believe it. It's clearly a setup. I went right back to Marion Barry and I was like, somebody set you up. I'm serious.
Who's Marion Barry, Tom?
He used to be the former mayor of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, and got caught with cocaine multiple times. One injured and one killed after a officer-involved shooting in Donna Ana County. Donna Ana County, one person dead and one person injured. This happened around 1:25 a.m. Deputies at a gas station saw a truck pulling a utility trailer with a blown tire near the interstate. Driver didn't stop on the ramp. Deputies pursued. The truck stopped near Settlers Pass, and officials said the driver began firing at deputies. Female passenger was injured by gunfire. The driver died. No injuries to officers. Then they're going to have a press conference today on that busy weekend for law enforcement in New Mexico. Still to come, we're going to talk about a Hollywood mogul who has actually got China ties. We'll get to that. Taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, 575-390-4549. And just simply reminding you to give to the Lovington Shelter. They need donations. They also need the people to volunteer, walk the animals, clean the cages, that type of stuff. And don't forget Trash Eaters. They do residential pickup. Trash-eaters.com for more information. And looks like a busy weekend in Chicago. One of the toughest laws for when it comes to guns. And Chicago, 1 dead and 4 injured in Chicago overnight shootings. That just on Sunday night. Busy weekend, 42 people shot.
Oh my!
In
goodness.
Chicago over the weekend. I'm taking out trash because I love the way these anti-gun laws actually work. Well, wait, do they work though? Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, homegrown and very proud of it. Find them online, RoswellLivestock.com. Your certified Purina dealer, full service hardware store. They've got everything for the animals. They've got Western wear and more, work gear, whatever it is. Find them 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Also online at RoswellLivestock.com. Asa Hutchins up next. Or no, Donald Trump up next. Talking about Tucker Carlson. Here's what he had to say. Here.
I'll tell you what, Tucker Carlson. I used to say, for me, I used to say Tucker's a solid 6 out of 10. But the last year and a half, he was a 10. That's probably why they canned him, right? He was a 10. Now he's been great.
Hollywood mogul with deep ties to China. His wife dropped over $1.7 million into the coffers for Joe Biden's reelection. But there are more people pulling their support away from Joe Biden. Who's up next? It's not Joe Kennedy. They don't like Joe Kennedy because he doesn't like the vaccines and some of the things that they are for. But Disney, the former CEO of Disney and his wife donated $1.7 million, and they're still backing Biden at this point. Former CEO of Disney saying, yes, I love Joe Biden. What is there to love? Did you see him almost fall again on Friday?
Yeah, what?
It's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. This is supposed to be the strongest leader in the free world. It's crazy. Up next, Asa Hutchinson. Tom, who's Asa Hutchinson?
I guess he's running for the presidency, isn't he? One of the candidates.
But before that, he was the governor of Arkansas.
Yeah, Tom.
The governor of Arkansas.
Bees only talked about it a million times because didn't you interview Asa?
Yes.
I've never interviewed him.
I
Not
did.
you, Tom.
Oh, me.
I'm a better interviewer anyway, so. He wanted the A team, but it wasn't Tom A.
Oh.
So here's what Tucker Carlson went after him. And Asa asked the question about vaccines, and Tucker, like a pimp, came back. Here you go.
How many COVID shots did you take, and how do you feel about it now, in retrospect?
How many COVID shots did you take?
0.
Tucker Carlson, 0.
Boom, just smack back
I
right
have,
away.
Yeah,
There you
I
go,
have no
0.
problem. I have no problem saying that I have taken 0 COVID shots. Asa, how many you take? I'm sure you took all 4 for sure.
Well, this texter, man, I agree with Mike Pence. They said I would rather have my hard-earned tax money go to Ukrainian people who are fighting for their freedom rather than lazy Americans who refuse to help themselves.
So I refuse to help myself.
Well, part of me, I agree with the lazy Americans part. But by the same standpoint, what about the rest of us who are busting our ass? What about the infrastructure that we need? What about the things that we're not getting And instead, we're going to give it to illegal aliens and to Ukrainians. That's a load of horse crap. It is not America's problem to fight the rest of the world. And there again, this whole Ukrainian-Russian conflict is because of NATO and the UN and them pushing all this crap and basically poking the bear, literally, with Russia.
I don't know if you saw last week that we're sending more and more troops to Europe. What do you think that could mean?
War.
I think it means that we're setting ourselves up to get involved in this conflict. Sad.
Matter of time, brother.
How many times are we going to have to do this? We do it in Iraq. We do it, how many times are we going to have to continue to watch this play out before people learn the pattern?
And here's the deal. Does it make us stronger?
No.
No. Did we take over Iraq? No. We take over Afghanistan? No. The first time we went to Iraq, did we win?
Yes.
We took over Iraq?
Well, no. When Bush went in, and no.
Yeah, well, that was the first problem.
Yeah.
Bush, that's the first problem. He should have
done the job.
He should have finished the job.
Yep.
And got it done, and we wouldn't have to have the second war. How many people do we have to see? By the way, thank you to our military. I don't mean any sign of disrespect, but we got our own war going on at the southern border. Let's take care of that. Let's take care of that, and I think that would be the start.
Right.
Check of the weather, hot day today. It's being brought to you by Iron River Inspection, ironriverinspection.com. Mike and Matt, second-generation pipeliners. Love to help you out. If you are on location right now and need a pipeline inspection done, call Iron River Inspection today. They've got a combined team. They've got 300 years of experience. Mike and Matt, second-generation pipeliners themselves, and they do safety training. They also one of the top-notch consulting companies. IronRiverInspection.com for more information. 102 for the high today. Extreme heat continuing for Tuesday up to 102, and then 106 coming up on Wednesday. You can always check the forecast, W105radio.com. We're going to take a break in just a second. Tom, we got a phone call?
Yes, good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
And that's the Ukraine-Russia war.
Yeah.
It's a world order war because they wanted Obama is in charge. He took the labs, for vaccine labs and everything. They took them to Ukraine, and the Russians learned that, and they told them get them out of here. And George Soros, in 2016, threw out the president from Ukraine and set up that crazy lunatic Zelensky, pedophile son of a gun.
Right.
And that's how we're in the situation we're now. Russia was defending their borders from chemical warfare, from biological warfare.
Yeah.
And now it's coming out, and everybody is trying to, oh, no, we need to help Ukraine. Because also what's coming out is that everybody's taking a bribe on all the billions that are going over there. The hard-earned American money is going over there, and the politicians are filling their pockets.
Yeah, did you see the videos in Kyiv, and then go to like Chicago or Baltimore and our cities look war torn, and Kyiv looks like it's a pretty nice place to stay.
It is nice, isn't it?
So, hey, take it easy,
Yeah,
Frank.
and Mike Pence is a deep swamp.
Yeah, Mike Pence, he doesn't care about Americans. Tom's boy does not care about Americans. All right, it is another beautiful day today, if you like. Hot, hot, hot. It's already 6:54. Tom in the text. We'll take a break. Tom, what do we have next on the cue card?
We've got Trump on Tucker.
No, we did
Trump on Badge of Honor. Excuse me.
Let's play that one, and then we'll come. You don't have it set up?
Yep. You ready? Trump on the badge of honor.
Biden is the most corrupt president in the history of our country by far. Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it to be a great badge of honor and courage. I'm doing it for you.
Tom, I know when the cut's in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I did them.
I was pointing to you to make sure that you
And
knew.
by the way, when it drops a word, it's supposed to. I did that too, but now I'm double checking. See, I'm double checking things that happen on this date in history. And just a second, will you see anything on there?
Oh, on the text line? Yeah. Absolutely. There's several. Our buddy Tom from the Conch Republic said, W105 is the best listeners. I had a young lady named Bonnie offer to help me with my healing. She doesn't even know me, but she was willing to step up. God bless her and all the other listeners. Of course, Tom, who told us last week he had a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, I heard that.
Of course, our Tom couldn't care to,
even
though the guy gave him a bus.
I prayed for him. I prayed for him.
Sure you did. After you badmouthed him.
Well, yes.
Yeah, sure.
I pray for you too, Will.
For what? Why do you pray for me?
What you need to do is pray for yourself.
And I pray for myself. And why not? You're a boss. You're our leader.
Okay, but why do you need to pray for me? I'm good. I'll take care of myself.
A little bit of extra don't hurt.
Okay, I'm not gonna knock it.
Of course, Kevin is the better interviewer. Just ask him. He was going to tell you.
Pretty simple.
And J.R. DePardo chimes in this morning. I call elder abuse on Biden, that poor guy, says the texter.
Portecito Mio.
And Levittown listeners chiming in. For comparison, how many shootings did they have in Dallas this weekend?
I don't know because I didn't track Dallas, and by the way, no national attention on Dallas over the weekend. So I'm taking that to mean that there weren't as many as Chicago.
Well, all it means is that there weren't very many white people shooting people, because it doesn't make the news if it's anybody that's.
By the way,
white.
that Georgia story has been buried, where that guy went and shot.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's pretty been buried. You know why? Not the right color.
Not the right color.
Not a Trump supporter.
Yep. Good morning, guys. Guys, I bet if Tom A was a little more liberal and a liberal station with liberal coworkers, he'd be a candidate for The View. He'd fit right in with Whoopi.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. By the way, I got a cut from The View in just a second, and they interviewed Geraldo, and
really?
he will not. He said he had a toxic relationship
with Fox.
With one employee. But actually, it was more than one, because Gutfeld, him and Gutfeld have going at it, and then Bon Jovi threatened to beat his ass. But he said, you're already 80, so that'd be elderly abuse.
I bet you that Gutfeld will have the number one show. You know why? I'll tell you why. They don't write their own. They don't have script writers to write their.
How many times
copy.
have we got to? I think I've said that already, but thank you damn parrot.
But during the strike, I mean, they don't have to worry about paying nobody or even worrying about those strike workers.
Oh, you mean they write their own jokes?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, he does have two writers. Kat writes for him, and then one other guy writes for him.
Okay.
But they don't fall. I guess they're not
union
members. So we'll debunk that. I love Gutfeld. He's one of my favorites, but I don't know about having the number one show. The bigger question on Fox, why do you keep Sean Hannity? Sean Hannity.
I thought you liked that guy.
I've never liked him, Tom.
I mean, he's as right wing as it can be. Isn't he?
Not really.
Wow.
Not really. All right, things that happen on this date in history on the way. On the way this morning in the next segment, we'll talk about a Snyder man that is accused of having sex with a kid. How old or how young is which? So we'll tell you how much time he's going to spend. Albuquerque police charging a man with murdering, and we'll tell you about that. Murdering his uncle. And New Mexico sees a rise in grandparents raising their grandkids.
I believe it.
Florida couple busted for having sex on the beach. I think there's a drink that you could drink. And what cities have the worst drivers?
I'm going to say Los Angeles.
So I'll give you the what city. And you remember the non-binary Biden official, Sam Brinton?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he was on a taxpayer-funded trip the last time he stole luggage. And Justin Trudeau blames Americans for right-wing Americans for the Muslims opposing LGBTQ stuff. I'll get to that up next. We got to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on this morning. And news this morning being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill. They've got great food, serving up breakfast, and delicious breakfasts. They have great lunches, and they do the seafood buffet on Friday. So give them a call if you want them to prepare breakfast or lunch for folks that are on location or in the office. Their number, 575-748-3324. Roadrunner Grill. Get in there this morning and enjoy your breakfast. They're inside the Best Western Pecos Inn. We're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on, things that happen on this date in history within minutes. We'll check the weather also. Right now, news this morning being brought to you by WWRV.com. Find them today at that website, or just call them at 988-0392. And 30 and 50 amps included, and every hookup. Also, they offer high-speed internet at every hookup. And the great thing about it is one price. One price gets you your hookup. There's no add-ons for internet and that type of stuff. One price for everything. Their number, 988-0392, or go to WWRV×3.com. We're being the Breakfast Club. We're coming right back. KWMW Maljamora 105.1 FM.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. There's a search in Bucks County, Pennsylvania for a baby and a toddler swept away in flash flooding. Their mother's body's been found.
People felt like the rain rushed in so fast they had no choice but to get out of their cars and try to escape the flooding on foot. That's when officials say tragically 5 people didn't make it, and search crews are still looking for 2 kids who were in one of those stranded cars with their family.
Fox Weather's Katie Byrne. A man accused of murdering 4 neighbors in a mass shooting Saturday is killed in a shootout with police in Hampton, Georgia.
The monster's dead.
Henry County Sheriff Reginald Scandrette. 3 officers are wounded. Police say a motive for the mass shooting is a mystery. The Russian government has suspended a deal guaranteeing ships exporting grain from Ukraine will not be attacked. And 2 people are killed in an attack on a key military supply bridge between Russia and the Crimean Peninsula. America's listening to Fox News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad I won't clean out my earwax with sandpaper and Dremel? I have never liked Pearl dragging me to yard sales. I figure she wants to go look at a bunch of broken dishes, 8-track tapes, and rusty exercise bikes. Good for her. Leave me out of it. She hardly bought anything. Still, once, twice a month, she'll go out rooting through all the piles of junk thrown together on rickety card tables. But now I know why she likes it so much. She likes them because she's a woman, and therefore she's really, really, really nosy. Yeah, she's shopping all right, shopping for information about you. If you're selling one lamp, see, Pearl knows it's because your wife broke one by throwing it at you. She knows a man bought that for the woman, and that's what made the woman throw the lamp. If you're selling old golf clubs or water skis or snow skis and a whole bunch of baby clothes, you done had a mess of kids you did not want. That's the way Pearl figures it. If you're selling your old Conway 20 CDs, that means you don't want no more kids, and you ain't doing what brings them about no more. Selling your Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory DVD means you're giving up smoking pot. What she thinks. If you say good quality hand tools for sale, then you know the poor feller just had a stroke. No healthy man ever parts with a good wrench ever. Now, at one place, Pearl saw a blender for sale, and on the other side of the yard, a box of old skin magazines. Pearl figures they're selling the blender, and that means no friends are coming over for fruity, icy drinks women like so much. And the reason them women friends ain't coming by no more is because the husband was reading them old skin mags and trying to talk his wife's friends into doing something unnatural, unhealthy, and slightly French. That's Pearl. Wake up, America! What you think is just a bunch of old junk is actually the key to your life story. We ain't having no yard sales. Hey, no wonder eBay is so popular. No dirty looks from the neighbors. I'm Earl Pitts, American Pizza.
When you order food for work on EasyCater.com, we've got your back. Real humans are here to help with your order every step of the way, making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing. Confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem,
thanks for calling EasyCater.
call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We're right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried new Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
Beat the heat with help from the Working Guys store. Save on cooling accessories like towels, tubes, sleeves, hard hat shades, and more. And you'll find a wide selection of lightweight FR and non-FR apparel. Plus, our Celebration of Independence sale continues through July 31st with 20% off select patriotic Durango boots and 10% off for all veterans. We appreciate your service at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Research shows people remember ads with wacky sound effects. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes and saves you hundreds on home insurance, here's something zany.
Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. To reiterate, these sounds are just to help you remember how much you'll save. Oh, come on.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
O'Reilly. Refresh your ride at O'Reilly Auto Parts with the new Art of Car Care line from Turtle Wax and LA street artist Mr. Cartoon. Whether it's a detailer to give your paint that extra shine or wheel and tire products to keep them spinning in style. Plus, get 2 times O-Rewards points. Get Turtle Wax and Mr. Cartoon's The Art of Car Care exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here is your Liar Liar Pants on Fire update.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. Here it comes. Okay, I'm ready.
Don't get up without us.
All right, things that happened on this date in history coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by State Representative Randy Pettigrew. Randy was in with us last week talking about a bunch of stuff going on. By the way, you can download the farm to give you your rights back to protect your child and to prevent the school from, taking part in, sex, sex changes and puberty blockers and even abortions. It gives the rights back to the parents. So go download that form, print it, and bring it to school. You got to drop it off at school. Find out more information about Randy Pettigrew, RandallPettigrew.com, and just started his second term. Would love to talk to you. If you're in District 61, need help, and Santa Fe dealing with maybe driver's license, can't get your driver's license, are dealing with child support or regulatory matters, RandallPettigrew.com for more information. Check of the weather this morning. It's going to be a very warm day. up to about 102 today. 73 coming up tonight. Heat 105 tomorrow and 106 on Wednesday.
Man.
And then temperatures, maybe a little cloudy Wednesday night, and temperatures dropping just a tad Thursday and Friday. Check of the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters in the home store, Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans and coveralls, hard hats, safety gear, you name it, they've got it. And they also have furniture, appliances, and electronics. Joe just bought out another furniture store, and they've got a lot of inventory. So go on Facebook and check that out today. And don't forget furniture, appliances, and electronics. They offer 0 down financing. Check them out today. And right next door, Scrub Outfitters, all the scrubs you'll ever need if you're working in the medical field. And like the big names like Dickies and Meg Coutures and Peaches, they've got all of those, along with compression socks, the cute ones, and comfy shoes. Find out more information. Stop by Broadmoor Mall, Scrub Outfitters, and Rig Outfitters. Tom A. in charge of everything this morning.
All right. Good morning. It says Big John Gutfield is the #1 late night show, he says this morning.
Yeah, but I think Tom's alluding to #1 show overall, and I think that 8 o'clock hour still holds. Now, to me, they should have moved him to that 8 o'clock hour, prime time.
Right. Doing a good job with.
But Sean Hannity's ratings are still decent. But look, Fox News has lost it because they fired Tucker Carlson.
Right.
And when they lost Bill O'Reilly, they thought things were going to go down. But Tucker, it took him about a year to get up to steam. And then he's had the highest ratings of all Fox shows.
Doing good. Hey, by the way, Justin from Roswell, just admit, Tom, that you are a Democrat.
Well, he sure does need a helping hand.
I'm not a Democrat. And would you gag much, Tom? Asked the texter. Why would you want to gag me?
He's got acid reflux on his own.
Right. Oh, by the way, can you stop that texting? I did. Finally got the.
Oh, you did? Really?
What?
You did it?
The beep beep.
You did it?
Well, yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Really?
Oh, you mean with
it? Move you out of the way to be able to do it himself.
You mean with a text? No, of course.
During the break, I had to fix 2 things.
You had to do it.
He had to do it.
You did it. That's right. I'm sorry.
I think if a country is in debt, it should pay its debt before it tries to help any other country out.
Amen.
Furthermore, people seem to have forgotten that the money we're sending to these countries is paid for by the people. It's our taxes. It's our Social Security. I wonder what kind of medical care everyone in the U.S. could have if the money they send to foreign countries was applied to Medicare.
Well, I mean, just look at the soundbite I played last week for Mr. Rosenfeld. They took our money out of Social Security. That's our money.
Mm-hmm.
And the older you get, you'll start experiencing this probably more and more because it is our money. That money is supposed to be like in a safe. That's our money. I'm not talking about anybody else's Social Security. My money is my money. I paid into that. It's just like your 401k. You paid in, and maybe your employer paid into your 401k. If you think about it the same way for Social Security, that's not, I love when the people say, well, that's another form of welfare. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's not a government handout. It's my money. I paid into it. What would happen if I would pay into they would take your 401k? It's no difference. Why are we giving money from Social Security to Ukraine to pay off their national debt? And don't even get me started with the $4.5 billion we gave them that's been trickled down to Kenya, to a farmer in Kenya, and then countries like Georgia, which used to be part of Russia. There is no accountability. There is no accounting that's going on in Ukraine. We're paying off their national debt. Nuts. Stupid. It is stupid on our part, for sure.
I agree with you. I have no disagreement with you on that one.
Wow, the New Mexico Department of Health sent out a letter to education leaders, and this came from one of our texters. But in this, it says the SPHCs do not provide abortion or gender-affirming care. They can provide referrals and emotional support to students undergoing those difficult topics, but it is solely up to the students if they consider underage by law their consenting adults as to how they choose to move forward with these sensitive personal issues. But then it goes on to say the notification and consent school form offered by parents by the New Mexico House Republicans does not have any legal effect. We encourage you to read the bills cited, their letter HB 7 and SB 397. It is crucial to note that parental consent is generally required for a student to receive care. Notice they said generally, including the SPHC, unless a federal or state statute specifies otherwise. See, they're using their doublespeak to cover up what they're actually saying.
Let me ask you this much. If the parents were involved, why are you trying to keep stuff from them?
Well, here it goes on. There were a few exceptions made to that law, mainly pertaining to family planning and pregnancy, which is what we're talking about, abortion.
So we are fining teachers $5,000-$10,000 for notifying parents of what is going on. Why would we fine teachers if parents are, have been notified anyway? Because they're lying. Simply, they're lying about the whole thing. They don't want parents to know.
Of course they don't.
They don't want parents to be involved.
By the way, this is a joint letter sent by Secretary Arsenio Romero, Public Education Department, and Secretary Patrick Allen, Department of Health. Just FYI.
James Cameron denies the rumor that he is going to make a film about OceanGate.
Really?
Is it too soon?
Way too soon.
So James Cameron saying it's not true.
Yeah. So
that wouldn't be his type of movie anyway, right?
No. Well, he did the Titanic, didn't he?
But that was a love story. I mean, how can this be? I mean, I don't even know how you write the script.
Well, he don't have to worry about that. They're on strike.
It's only a matter of time before Hollywood starts outsourcing script writing to other countries.
They'll just start having AI write scripts.
Yeah, maybe that
That'd
too.
probably be better scripts anyway.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. All right, according to a brand new study, the average person experiences about 141 moments of phone issues a year.
I believe
Now, some of those issues including drop and cracking your phone. Oh, I've had my fair share of that. Most Americans, their phone never leaves their hand, even to go to bed. Average person has owned their phone 2.2 years.
Going on 4 on mine.
Tom.
What?
It's been 4 years. Really?
Yep.
Because I know it ain't been 4 years since I seen that video. I'm just saying. Well, how old is Tom's phone?
4 years.
It was just before.
Maybe 2 years?
No, not even 2 years. About a year and a half, maybe.
No, this version is a new one, but the old one I had for 4 years.
Tom, is this a new phone?
Hold up. I really need to go get a drill or something. Holy crap. I said, how long they own their phone is 2.2 years.
Right. And I've been owning mine for 4 years.
No, you have not.
Well, the same number for 4 years.
Well,
Did I say anything about a number?
No.
Oh, dear God.
Dear sweet baby Jesus.
It's in the neighborhood, isn't it?
No.
By the way, 69% of people use their phone even if it's partially broke. So tons of people have damaged screens, and it's not a problem.
I have a question, though, B.
So Hunter Biden truly isn't the only one that's in a crack.
That reminds me, why do girls carry their phones in their back pocket? Every female I know that has a cell phone is carrying their phone in the back pocket. They don't carry it in the front.
So none of the girls you know have purses.
No, they don't carry it in their purses. They don't carry them in their shirt pockets if they have one.
You come
Tom's
up.
busy looking at people's butts. That's how he knows.
Yeah.
This.
How many women do you know?
That one.
It depends on what they're wearing. Pair of jeans, no purse, small purse. You don't know anything about women, do you?
How's that working when they're wearing a skirt, Tom?
Well, I guess they'll put it in the purse. But most women that I know wear jeans or pants and keep that phone in their back pocket, especially on the right-hand side.
Women that you know.
Yeah.
Name them. I'd be interested in knowing. Name them. Go ahead.
All our women?
Yeah.
But do you know them?
Name them. Go ahead.
Let's see. Oh, I know. She carries her phone in her back pocket.
No. Most of the time it's in her purse. She's got a pair of shorts on and not taking a purse or a very small purse. Maybe it's in the back pocket.
There you go.
Looks like Atlanta shooter, 40-year-old suspect in Saturday's fatal shooting of 4 people in Atlanta was killed by law enforcement officers. See, that's the way to take them out. I wouldn't even take them to court. Sorry if that offends anybody. If somebody shoots people, take them out.
I agree.
May they rest in peace. Take them out. Roughly 1 in 3 Americans were under extreme heat advisory over the weekend. Now, on Friday, we talked about this, about the heat like in, Arizona. And Will debunked it that, they're hot, but in the past, they've been hot also. It's something I think, what's it called, Tom? Why it's so hot?
Go
ahead.
Global warming.
Summer.
Oh.
I don't want to hear global warming.
Did you know that Jason Aldean had heat stroke in a concert over the weekend?
Yeah. And if you're having a heat stroke, can you run? They said he ran off the stage. And that concert was in Connecticut.
I know. And hot in Connecticut, really?
I don't know anything about Connecticut weather. Except during the summer, during the winter, it's hot. School board in Wisconsin voted unanimously 9-0 to terminate an elementary school teacher for trying to get her students to sing the Dolly Parton, Miley Cyrus song called Rainbow Land. So, just for getting them to sing that song. But there's more to look. There's an agenda there. Big time agenda. And Lee Michael posted a message on Instagram Thursday on the sad anniversary. Hey, you, 10 years of missing you. And what else is going on? No winner in the Powerball, Mega Million, a winner. And that Powerball should be up today to $900 million. Yeah, I got to check my bank account. If I got it, I'm going to buy $50. Snyder, Texas man, who recorded himself having sex with a 5-year-old, will spend time in jail, according to the U.S. Attorney, Northern District of Texas. Shamar Cameron Green, 20, was indicted and pled guilty to transportation of pornographic material. And Green admitted that he sent sexual explicit images himself with multiple minors, even produced a video of himself and a 5-year-old. May he spend a long, long time in a small cell.
I don't want him to spend any time in jail. I want him to go to jail, have Bubba come.
Well, that was my point. Small cell.
And then he's done. No, I want Bubba to take him out.
I mean, 5-year-old. You sick bastard. Serious. Sad. And a man arrested for double murder charges in New Mexico. Albuquerque Police Department say the man murdered his uncle and his uncle's wife.
Jeez.
Allegedly, killing took place in 2022. John Paul Barlones killed his uncle and his uncle's wife. And he, by the way, was already in jail for other charges. Now he picked up a double murder charge. New Mexico sees a rise in grandparents raising kids.
I believe it.
We talked about this a couple days ago about how many grandparents are raising kids. And I love my grandkids. I just don't want to raise them. I love them. If I had to, I would. But isn't it time for people to step up and take responsibility of their kids? And a bigger question is, how much of this has something to do with drug addiction?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So they're now saying that grandparents raising kids, the number is rising in New Mexico. About 31,000 kids in New Mexico are being raised by their grandparents. 31,000 kids being raised by their grandparents. And I would be willing to bet that 2/3 of those cases are probably drug related. Now, there are cases that, mom and dad died, but I bet 2/3 of it has something to do with drug addiction. All right, we'll talk about sex on the beach, things that happened on this date in history. And I am so proud of New Mexico. I am so proud that we have great representatives like Melody Stansberry. So on last week, they were talking about LGBTQ and abortion rights in our military. And I love the way they spin this whole thing. I love the way it basically has nothing to do with LGBTQ. And when it comes to the military and abortions, they're just setting guidelines. And here's what they have to say, of course. It has something to do with LGBT.
We watched as these hateful amendments got added. It included, prohibitions on addressing women's health care and abortion of our active duty service members, anti-trans and LGBTQ measures, anti-diversity, anti-people of color measures. It's just absolutely shocking and also is a direct threat to our service members, their families, their livelihoods, and to our national security. And so, this is the latest, apparently, battlefield in the culture wars of the GOP, but it's disgusting and shameful that they're using a historically bipartisan bill to do it.
I'm just wondering. I heard her say something about discriminating against people of color. No part of the bill says anything about discriminating against people of color. So
and they keep on changing these to so that it's, we're endangering trans people, or we're trying to ban trans people, or trying to ban LGBT. No one's saying anything about preventing people adults from doing what they want with their bodies, ever.
What they are saying is that if they are on a base where abortion is outlawed, well, you're going to have to respect the wish of the people in that state. It's pretty simple. It's not discriminatory on anybody. And then they make it the whole LGBTQ. The whole thing is just like they take one thing and it blows up into 10 items that, these people said. It has no language in the bill talking about people of color. None. Zero. And then you got to be proud for little Teresa Fernandez Lager, or maybe I got that wrong. Lager Fernandez. Here's what she had to say.
Then I came back to a Congress controlled by the most extreme members of the Republican Party who want to strip women of their ability to receive reproductive health care. If these extreme Republicans succeed, it will be unreasonably difficult for servicewomen assigned to bases in states that ban abortion to travel and receive reproductive health care. A travel ban for pregnant service women? How un-American is that?
So it's American to kill babies. And
well, yeah, please quit calling it reproductive health.
That was going to be my next point. Thank you, Will. We're on spot.
Please just start calling it what it is: killing babies.
Yep.
I mean, when they call it reproductive rights, reproduction means they're going to have the baby.
That's what you think it is.
I'm
right?
just a dumb Cajun from Louisiana. I could figure that one out. Pretty crazy. All right, still to come. Geraldo goes on The View. We'll get to that in just a second. Ian Omar talking about Palestine, and she doesn't like this country a whole bunch. Maybe she ought to go back to the sand pit that she came from. I'll get to her in just a second. Morning show being brought to you by North Star Laundry, reminding you they would love to be able to take care of your clothes so they can wash, dry, and fold your clothes. They can press them. They can dry clean your clothes. And if you want to do it all yourself, they do have coin-operated machines. Find out more information today by stopping by their 2 locations in Carlsbad, 609 West Street and 604 West Street. And both of those locations in Carlsbad are in Loving at 406 West Cedar, North Star Laundry. Check them out today. Tom on the text.
All right, so let me get to it right quick. We have
7
wasn't up.
31.
Well, I don't carry a purse, says the text. Now, my skirts, they ain't got no pockets either, and they're not big enough for the size of the phones that are these days. And women's front pockets, well, they aren't real deep either. Where else would I put it, Tom? Says the texter. Well,
you come up with the stupidest stuff, I got to say. You know what I've noticed? Women put the phone in their bag. How does that affect you? How does that affect you?
Anybody could come out and steal it as they're passing, pickpocket it.
So where do most guys put their phone?
I put mine in my front pocket. Or I have it in my hand.
Yeah, you don't want anybody else seeing them videos.
You know what I mean? Well, the money poured into Ukraine is hush money, says this particular texter, for the dirt that Zelensky has on the Bidens. Why else would anyone keep handing money to someone whenever they ask for it? Good point. And Hunter is laundering the money the family receives from business dealings with foreign countries by selling this atrocious paintings for millions. Come on, man. You know the thing, says the text.
Where's the taxes? Where's the tax dollars? Oh, make another deal where you just pay 10%. All right, things that happened on this date in history already, 7:31. It's being brought to you by Traded New Mexico. Get your CDL in 1 week. Passing rate, 96% passing. Tell you what, I'm pushing this on one of my twins. Go get this. Nobody can ever take it away from you. Nobody will ever be able to. Once you get it, yeah, you're going to have to, go back but you're not going to have to take the test. You just have to take the medical, if I'm not mistaken. And passing rate is 96%. His biggest fear is dyslexic. Hey, there have been other people that have gone and passed the tests, and because they help people out. They train people better. How do they do it? With 96% passing rate. How do they do it? Well, they give you more time behind the wheel and more one-on-one time. That's how they do it. They'll train you how to pass your driving test, skills test, and your CDL inspection. 575-840-96. Make that 9555. Find them in Roswell. And just mention being the Breakfast Club. Save $100 on your enrollment. 575-840-9555. Call them today. Proud sponsor of things that happened on this date in history. Florida became part of the United States in 1821. How did we get Florida, Tom?
Well, I believe that the Spanish gave it back to the United States.
Yeah. Thank you for the alligators, the humidity, and the great drivers.
Remember, Ponce de Leon discovered the Fountain of Youth in Florida.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Yeah. You ought to go get you some of that. British humor magazine Punch was published on this date in 1841. Also, Douglas Wrongway Cordigan took off from New York, saying he was headed to Los Angeles. but ended up in Ireland in 1838. 1954, construction began for Disneyland. And some folks saying it was a Mickey Mouse organization that started. 1954 was the year. Disneyland opened in 1955. 18 major attractions. When Disneyland opened, Anaheim had 5 hotels. Will, you were just there. How many hotels do you think they have now?
Too many to count?
Yeah. So 2 motels. They had 87 rooms. So they had 5 hotels, 2 motels, and 87 rooms. That's it. That's it. There were 34 restaurants in the city.
Wow.
And at the time, it cost $17 million to build Disneyland. Nowadays, you can get a 3-day pass for $17 million.
And did you know, B, at the same time, Robert Schuller opened the very first drive-in to preach. Did you know that?
Was it on this date in history?
Well, no, but it was around that time. I just wanted to throw that in. Later, he built the cathedral.
I'm sorry. We're doing things that happen on this date in history.
It happened.
Not random facts pulled right out of your backside.
We really need the drill.
8 months ago.
What?
8 months away from St. Patrick's Day. And country singer, American Idol winner Luke Bryan is 47 years old today, walking around in his skinny jeans and celebrating. Alec Winter from Bill and Ted. The other half of Bill and Ted is 58. Dude. Former Major League Baseball player, Robert Thigpen, turns the big 60 today. German Chancellor. She's former German Chancellor. Angela Merkel is 69. She plans a quiet evening at home, shaking her candles out. As a special treat, former President Donald Trump will not call her today as a special treat to her. Lucille Ball's daughter, Lucy Arnaz, is 72 today.
I can't believe that.
And Queen Camilla Parker Bowles, Prince Charles's, or King Charles's wife, is 76 today. She's inspired by the popular song, Yes, We Have No Diana.
Right.
Gail Garnett is 81 years old.
Gail Garnett.
Had a big song called We'll Sing in the Sunshine.
That was a good song.
And Donald Sutherland, that's Keith Sutherland's dad, best known for his part in MASH, is 88 years old today. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by our buddies at Traded New Mexico. Mention being the Breakfast Club. Save $100 on your enrollment.
And don't lie, Tom. This is Nick from the Patch on your phone. He said, don't lie, Tom. You are your phone in your prison wallet. What does that mean? He says, don't lie, Tom. You or your phone.
Don't read it again.
Just keep reading it.
Well, I don't know if that was a nasty deal or not.
Just keep reading
It
it.
was? Okay.
Your prison wallet is your backside, Tom.
Oh, my God. And Tom wants to look at their ASS in peace without worrying if they're recording in their back pocket, says another texter. I was just wondering what that was about. I mean, come on.
And guys, where do they put their phone, Tom?
In their front pocket.
No.
Where?
No. And with your muffin top, how could you fit the phone in the front pocket?
I put it in my front
Real
pocket.
men put it in their back pocket, Tom.
And the women, Tom, are carrying the phone in the back pocket to receive a quick bailout call. And he's just checking with, I can't say that.
The women, Tom knows. Hey, can you come change my tire? Because I don't know how to do it.
I've changed my tire the last 2 times, buddy.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
No, you haven't.
Pobrecito.
So, actually, I had a dream that I went to Hobbs over the weekend.
Wait. Hold up. Who came and changed your tires the last time when you hit the dumpster?
Well, Russ helped me.
Well, I would think that would be the last 2 times you've had a flat. And who changed your tires?
Russ.
So you just got called out on that lie.
Huh. I thought I changed them.
Whatever.
I'm starting to worry about you, serious. I can't remember my passwords. I thought I changed them. Whew. Please do not travel out of town and drive. Wow. Florida couple busted for having sex on the beach. There's actually a drink, sex on the beach. These two met and decided that, by the way, they have been charged. There are kids around. Look, I have no problem with you making boom boom in the room, but not on the beach around kids. Normally when you're at the beach, you see people playing with beach balls. These are different. Most of the time when you go to the beach, it's to get wet. I'm going to leave it right there. All right, worst drivers and the best drivers.
I would say Los Angeles is the worst.
No, Memphis, Tennessee is number one as the worst drivers according to Consumer Affairs. And Baton Rouge, Louisiana coming in at number 2. Albuquerque, number 3.
Well, yeah, New Mexico had to be in there.
Macon, Georgia, number 4. And number 5 was St. Louis, Missouri. And okay, Will, I used to hear this all the time when I was in Rio Doso. Those damn Texas drivers. I'm looking at the top 10, not one city.
Look, Texas drivers can drive great in Texas. They go to Rodoso and they're too busy looking at the damn trees and they lose their friggin' mind.
I guess.
No, for real. They're like, oh, tree, oh, deer, oh.
Oh, look at the trees. Non-binary ex-Biden official Sam Brinton. That's the guy that would steal luggage and dress up as a woman and steal luggage. By the way, a beard and a dress, they just don't look good. They don't match.
Yeah, and the lipstick to go with it just looks bad.
So, did you see the latest company that's gotten involved with the whole woke ideology? Maybelline.
Get out.
They've got a guy with a beard and with makeup on, and they did the commercial. I'm like, stop it already. Haven't you seen the Bud Light, what's happened to them? Haven't you seen what's happened to Target? Sam Brinton actually was on a taxpayer-funded trip, a secret taxpayer trip, when he actually was charged with luggage theft. By the way, he is not. He's no longer with the Department of Energy. Thank God. I mean, who the hell is Biden hiring? They're doing cocaine in the White House.
Right. Well, no, you're 100% right, though, B. It has zero to do with any kind of qualifications and 100% to do with checking that box.
That's it. All right, Tom, you got a call? Go to it.
Good morning. You are on B in the Breakfast Club.
Good morning. You're on B and the Breakfast Club.
Who's this?
What up, Turbo?
Turbo?
Bob.
Oh. Hang up on him now.
Moron.
Tom is in charge this morning.
Yeah, you better watch it. I'll hang up on you, dude.
If things are running a little slow, that could be why.
What's up, Bob?
I ain't scared.
What's on your mind, Bob?
You sure Consumer Affairs didn't come and drive an Orla for the worst drivers?
Oh, the list?
No, it didn't, but possibly it could make the list next year.
It needs to.
Anything along 285, they could be. Yes, I've seen people passing on the shoulder, and then wonder why they get in the wreck. Oh, crazy.
It don't matter. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, Bob.
You going to do anything stupid today?
Well, it's early.
It's already done a lot of stupid stuff. What are you talking
too
about?
late for that.
Thanks, Bob.
Bob, take it easy. We'll talk about an Oklahoma driver that actually helps the police. I'll get to that. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name in New Mexico. Exceptional construction and siding service. If you are in need of maybe a brand new roof, we've had hail damage. If you need some help, they would love to help you and give you a quote. Give them a call, 575-391-1430. They offer construction for metal buildings and industrial buildings, commercial buildings. need siding. They've got you covered there. What about seamless gutters? No problem. Give them a call today. Their number 575-391-1430. Brand new location, 2511 South Eunice Highway in Hobbs. Give them a call today. Go to the website, SeminoleSidingAndConstruction.com. Oklahoma driver stops a truck, tackles the suspect, and was running away from officers. This happened in Tulsa. The man was able to detain the man until cops got there. So the driver in Tulsa, Oklahoma, put on the brakes last week, tackled the suspect that was running from the police. Tulsa Police Department. The incident began when officers stopped the man and a woman in downtown Tulsa. Police ordered the man to lie down. By the way, his name was David, and sit on the curb. Well, that's when he took off, and just a random guy was able to help police by tackling the guy and taking him down. Thank you for the help, and it's not often that the police need the help, but thanks for being there. And Justin Trudeau blaming the right-wing Americans for Muslims opposing LGBTQ curriculum. And by the way, goes on to say, leave our kids alone. So, Justin, I don't know if you know anything about the Muslim community. When it comes to homosexual stuff, they actually throw people off a building in Muslim countries. So I don't think the right-wing Americans have taught the Muslims anything about opposing LGBTQ stuff.
Right.
But I think it's actually in the Quran.
It is.
When it deals with LGBTQ stuff. But thank you, Justin.
Well, what way to show your true colors, Justin, about who you really hate.
By the way, did you see that pastor who is in jail, going to jail for his preaching during the truck driver strike because of COVID? His son was arrested over the weekend because he was preaching and asking for help. So, Biden eligibility for student loan forgiveness. I thought this already went to the Supreme Court, and they deemed it illegal to transfer debt.
Can't do it.
Well, the Biden administration recently announced $39 billion in student loan forgiveness. Wait, the Supreme Court already ruled that it was illegal to transfer that debt. Only people will be eligible for this that have to pay $240 to $300 monthly payments already. Look, Supreme Court ruling is pretty much cut and dry.
Stop it.
You cannot transfer that debt to taxpayers.
Right.
So what happens if they do it anyway? I mean, there's supposed to be like a system where it goes to Supreme Court. They say, no, it's not legal. And, under every other president, when they say, no, it's not legal, it means you can't do it. Simple. Biden continuing on. Craziness. All right, Ian Omar. She was at a big event this weekend. And Ian Omar was there, all the members of the squad. But here's what she had to say about Palestine and her hate for Israel.
And we definitely need people who know what it's like to experience occupation. Whether it is in Ukraine or Palestinian people who have now experienced occupation and displacement for 75 years.
And who else has experienced the same thing? The people of Israel. I mean, they're our only ally. And this woman, look, she hates America. The hate for America just oozes out of her. And I always wonder, if you hate it so much, why did you come here?
See ya. Bye.
I mean, you've taken every step to prove that you hate America.
Oh, she's brilliant. She's taking us down from within.
But you've accepted all the money for free education and all kind of other stuff. You know, when they found her, Tom, she was living in the desert in a tent.
She eat the sand, wasn't she? Yeah.
We've given her an education. We give her an opportunity. You know who gave the most to her? That would be Barack Obama. who redistricted that area of Dearborn and made it a
Muslim territory,
heavy Muslim.
I thought
And
you were going to say her husband, brother.
yeah, she cooked the book. He cooked the books for her. These are the people that we send to Washington, D.C. It's pretty sad. And one more cut, The View, Geraldo Rivera talking about talking about why he left Fox or why they left him.
Sure, and also I thought that it was very unfair that I was not judged objectively in our disputes, but rather he was always favored, and I was the one. I was suspended, 3 times. My appearances, I had 3 appearances scheduled weekly, then bi-weekly, then monthly, then they kind of disappeared. They were canceled in the last day, right before I was supposed to go on. So I was really ticked off.
So it's a guy. We know that.
It's a guy.
So it's not Janine.
It's not Janine. Janine, I love Janine. I discovered.
So anyway, I don't know what the guy is. It could be Gutfeld, but I'm thinking more it was Bongino. But he left, so I don't know why.
Bongino, him had a.
Oh, they've had multiple knockdown dragouts.
Right.
But look, Geraldo is 80 years old.
Dang.
Go and enjoy the rest of your life with your wife.
Well, last time I checked, you get paid or you get appearances based on audience and favoritism, and if they like you or not. How many people like Geraldo on Fox?
None. And in his case, he was getting paid no matter if he had a gig or not. But I think that's the ego that got involved and said, I'm supposed to get 3 appearances a week, and I'm not getting my appearances. They never stopped paying him. And he did say on the show that they gave him a pretty good severance package. He'll get paid for 1.5 years.
At least.
I mean, there's only one man that has a better deal than that. That's Tom doing a third of the work. I mean, nobody has a better deal. You and Geraldo ought to get together and discuss it. It's awesome. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror. Rebecca Long, local inventor, invites you to give her a call and talk about the Atlas Makeup Mirror, 575-631-3189. Go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Go check them out. ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification. You can find them on Instagram and on Facebook. Very bright with LEDs. And, the whole mirror weighs less than 4 pounds. That includes the traveling case. AtlasMakeupMirror.com. Call Rebecca, 575-631-3189. Check of the weather calling for another hot day today. We're going to be up to 102 all day today. Overnight low tonight, 73, 105 tomorrow, 106 on Wednesday. And temperatures dropping Thursday and Friday. Still to come, a look at news coming up next. We've got the national anthem and the pledge. Already 7:53. Wrap it up, Tom.
All right. So this texter is saying, it's funny how these immigrants hate their country so much that they leave their homeland and come here and try to change our ways with their BS.
There are multiple members of Congress that do not like this country. I mean, AOC is probably the best known, and she didn't migrate to this country, but there are multiple that have, and they hate the Tlaib is another one.
Mm-hmm.
She was speaking at that conference. She hates this country also. They want to change our country. I love when people come to our country and want us to change for them. No. You know why so many people that have come before them that migrated to this country? You know why they came? Because their country couldn't provide the life that our country provides. So don't try changing our country. Don't try forcing me to speak your language, because I'm not. I'm just not. My people, the Cajuns, came to this country, didn't know English, learned the language. So why should I change?
Texter says, Mama Bear, he says, might have been Jesse Waters, too, that helped get rid of Gerardo.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Thank God he's gone, though.
Right. And, it's not Biden doing the hiring, says this one texter. Everybody open their eyes. It's Obama.
I think it might be Michelle Obama.
Yeah, Michelle Obama, too. And, when Tom talks that he should start with Once Upon a Time, because fiction stories start like that, too, says a texter. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but have you noticed that women use their back pocket a whole bunch? Just saying.
Obviously, you're not as observant as I am, B.
So let me ask you this much. Guys are putting their phone where?
Front pockets.
Why are you checking them out?
What's that, B?
Why are you checking them out?
Their front pockets?
Yeah. Why are you checking them out?
Because when I see them pull out their phone, that's where they pull it out.
Why are you checking them out?
I ain't checking them out.
Why are you checking them out? Just asking. Why are you checking them out?
Do you check the chicks out in their back pockets?
I'm a man. Yes, I do check out chicks.
Okay.
I have no problem saying it.
There you go. I think Bob, though, says the texter, has a thing for Tom. He just started calling all of a sudden. I don't know why. And one more text says, where is old Russ at?
Russ will be in at 9:30.
Go to a trade deal. We have fun doing it, Russ, but we'll give it back to you.
Thank you, Tom. God bless you.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get to the national anthem and the pledge this morning. Being brought to you by Rebecca Long, your Farmers Insurance agent. 40-plus years in the business. Started when she was 19 years of age. Would love for you to give her a call. 575-393-2661. She could take care of all your insurance. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. She could take care of it all. Recreational vehicles. She can bundle it together to save you a lot of money. Maybe you're shopping around your insurance right now. You ought to call Rebecca Long. 575-393-2661. Proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge on W105.
We are the Dominguez family from Hobbs, New Mexico.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
8 o'clock on W105 KWMW, Maljamora 105.1 FM. Lord's Prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
And the scripture for this morning. In the last days, God says, I will pour out my spirit on all of the people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, and your young men will see visions. Your old men, they will dream dreams.
Hi, this is Kim with Judah Oil and the Harris family doing the Lord's Prayer for you today. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
I love when you give me cues, and I've been in the studio. I know where they are.
Oh, okay.
I know when I'm supposed to be coming back. Thank you, though. Appreciate
well, Ross gives you cues, too.
I work from very far away and don't need any cues.
Okay.
What the heck?
Mr. Perfect.
All right, check of the weather on the way. Some of the stories that are coming up next being brought to you by our buddies at Twin Wells Fuel Station. Driving on 128 this morning. Exit on Buck Jackson Road. Go down about 2.75 miles. You'll see the covered facility, very large facility, open to the public. They sell unleaded diesel, DEF value green diesel, red diesel. They've got it all, and they do accept all debit cards, credit cards, and fleet cards. So if you're on 128 and you're driving, exit on Buck Jackson Road, fill her up today. On the way, we'll talk about an Arkansas teacher who was sentenced to jail. Haven't said she was Teacher of the Year. You're not going to believe what she did. Chris Christie calls Trump names. I'll get to that next. And a 36-year-old man from El Paso has been arrested. I'll tell you what he did. We'll get to those stories and more coming up next. We got to get into news being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale, reminding you that he is the leading accident attorney in New Mexico. Can take care of you. If you've been involved in an accident, get in touch with him today. 575-208-5300. Settling the big cases in the patch. One case for over $10 million. Medical malpractice case over $9 million. And if you've been a victim of a slip and fall or maybe car accident, get in touch with Luke Ragsdale. RagsdaleLawFirm.com, 575-208-5300. Jim checks in with news. We'll keep you updated with everything going on. Be in the Breakfast Club on W105.
MTD Radio News. I'm Joe Miller. New Mexico Foundation for Open Government accepting nominations for this year's William S. Dixon First Amendment Freedom Award, given to those who believe in government transparency at the state or local level and who have made significant contributions to sunshine in our state. Honor recognizes the outstanding accomplishments of citizens and organizations in New Mexico who champion transparency, defending people's rights to know the affairs of government. Award recipients will be selected by a panel of FOG directors who will be honored at the annual Your Right to Know Dixon Lunch in October. That takes place in Albuquerque. Local bands pled not guilty to charges filed against him in 2 cases, including one in which he allegedly threw a brick at police officers. 35-year-old Carlos Garcia of Roswell pled not guilty to 9 charges in 2 criminal cases when he was arraigned Monday in Chavez County. A trial in both cases scheduled for the week of November 21. Charges stem from a March 7th incident where Garcia walked into Domino's Pizza to use the restroom. At the time, he was reportedly wearing a hoodie along with a green bandana and sunglasses over his face. Garcia reached into his pocket as if he had a gun, demanding a store employee empty the cash register, and the employee then handed Garcia $63 in cash. Roswell City Councilors postponed making a decision Thursday about creating a tax to fund a city ambulance service, but they did approve an agreement with Best Friends Animal Society to oversee the Animal Services Department. Fire department staff hadn't yet received some information about cost associated with starting up the ambulance service in time to present it to counselors. They've been working with an out-of-state medical billing practitioner on pricing. They're still evaluating what they've learned, that according to the deputy fire chief. Some of the counselors expressed concern with the prospect of approving the municipal gross receipts tax ordinance, and there were some questions about the agreement not spelling out whether the money would be used for an ambulance service or to pay a third-party provider. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
Ladies, is your eyesight causing frustration every morning while applying makeup? Are you holding a cheap, distorted mirror up to the window trying your best to see? At Last, there's a better way. At Last Lighted Mirror and Grooming Tool. Men, this is for you too. Sharpen up your mustache, goatee, or beard because ladies love a well-groomed man. Local inventor Rebecca Long spent 5 years researching and designing the At Last Lighted Mirror and Grooming Tool. It has rechargeable LED lighting, 1, 5, and 10 times magnification mirrors, all in one for home and travel use. It comes with a USB charging cord, travel case, a 30-day money-back guarantee, and 1-year limited warranty. This is a must-see, so drop by 226 West Vega in Hobbs today for a free demonstration. Order online at atlastmakeupmirror.com or call 575-631-3189 today.
That is the sound of your company logo getting printed on 500 shirts. Smart move. And an even smarter move in choosing the experts.
Awesome Graphics, serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for 15 years, can not only brand your t-shirts, they can embroider your polos, hats, and jackets. They can print your signs and stickers, large and small. They can handle vinyl graphics for your vehicle. Are the windows in your business too plain? Awesome can print custom decals that allow you to see out, but your customers just see your logo. In fact, Awesome Graphics can put your logo on practically every promotional item under the sun, from coffee cups and water bottles to keychains and sun visors for your company vehicles. Want authentic Yeti Ramblers, mugs, or tumblers customized with your company logo? Awesome Graphics is ready. Stop by 523 West Sanger and Hobbs for ideas or simply visit myawesomegraphics.com. Trust Awesome Graphics and rest assured whatever they printed on, your logo will look awesome.
When you live your life in Wrangler clothes, it's hard to imagine working a 9-to-5 without them. While protection is important, you want clothes with style and comfort. And now, thanks to Wrangler flame-resistant apparel, you can have it all. Wrangler FR is designed to protect you from burn injury on the job, while continuing to offer the comfort and durability you'd expect from Wrangler. Stop by Benny's Western Store, 205 West Main in Artesia, and 107 South Canyon in Carlsbad to try on some Wrangler FR apparel today. When it comes to work clothes, wear clothes that work for you.
Call or text 877-396-W105.
The number one source of local news and information, B and the Breakfast Club.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
My wife thinks that I...
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Tom.
What are you talking about?
Wake up.
I'm wide awake.
I'm wide awake.
I'm surprised that that nothing's happened to me.
Like,
you know,
I haven't killed you?
Like a little Mimi. Because I'm sitting down, been sitting down for 2.5 hours.
Then I haven't killed you?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't do that.
According to a brand new survey, 1 in 3 people claim that they are more eco-friendly than they were last year. Meaning that 2 in 3 people don't recycle because they're trashy.
Okay.
I'm just going to be, the whole idea of recycling is probably pretty cool, but I got to admit, when it comes to picking through the trash, I'm not real good at it and really don't want to do it. I'm admitting it, Tom. Tom, do you recycle?
Yes. Darn sure do.
What, the food in your car?
Well, I drink water now, so this one will
What does that have to do with recycling?
Well, it'll go into the trash can, recycle can here.
We don't have a recycle can here.
It's like, what are you talking about?
So what are you talking about?
Oh.
Where's the recycle bin?
Outside?
That's called a dumpster, you moron. And you ought to know them quite well. You've been very up close and personal with them.
Okay. I guess it's not.
Turn the bed down. Why do you keep messing with stuff? Leave it alone.
No, I can't hear it.
Just like the commercials, you got them potted down now.
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Just in case I play it by accident, I ain't going to play over the air.
Large fireball. Early in the morning in Louisiana. What do you think it was, Tom? Fireball.
Meteorite?
Yes. Yeah. They said could be. By the way, it was caught by surveillance cameras all over the place.
Wow. Did
Fireball.
you know
or it could be Louisiana drinking Fireball.
I think in 1970, a meteorite hit Odessa. It's still out there if you go see it. They got a little plaque out there.
It missed you, huh?
Well, yeah.
San Diego lifeguards warning that great white sharks have been spotted at a very famous nude beach. Yeah, it just seems to me like, sharks are a whole bunch of like us.
They're hungry.
Well, they like hot dogs.
Right.
So they've seen the highest amount of shark spotting in that area. And I didn't even know nude beach is in San Diego. Tom, you just left there. Coincidence or not?
I didn't know they had one out there.
Yes. Georgia is out of peaches. State lost 90% of its crop due to late spring frosts. Can you imagine the cost of peaches?
Ooh.
$40 a box. By the way, last year they were about $17 to $20 a box, and they say this year prices could go up as high as $60 a box. If you want peach cobbler, you better get it now.
Right. And they don't charge you by the pound anymore. They charge you by the peach. I know. I went to get one the other day.
It depends, Tom. Some stores charge by the peach. Some stores charge by the pound. But thank you. Ed Sheeran concert in Detroit over the weekend. Ed was joined on stage and performed some songs by Eminem. And a year after the launch of the National Suicide and Crisis Hotline, 988 is the number. They're saying it's working and actually saving lives. 988 is now the number to call if you need help and are thinking about suicide.
Great number.
Powerball, we talked about that, $900 million today. Another drawing. Jason Aldean overheats on stage, runs off a stage, and they're now saying that suffered from heat exhaustion.
Yep.
Now, what was the temperature?
Well, I didn't know Connecticut get that hot.
I don't think Connecticut gets that hot. 89 degrees.
Well, you also got to consider that when he was on stage, all the lights are down on him and all the equipment that's around him adds to the heat.
It was 89 degrees.
Yeah. So,
come to New Mexico.
Right.
I mean, by the time you got next week Eddy County Fair, and a couple weeks later you got the Lee County Fair, and both of those fairs are going to be extreme heat. Mission Impossible, #1 at the box office.
I don't see how.
$56.2 million at the box office. Sound of Freedom took in $27 million.
I believe that.
And so next week is the opening of Barbie.
Yep, Friday. Thursday, I believe.
An adult movie. Barbie.
I've seen the previews on it. It's real colorful.
It looks, lots of pink and rainbowishes. Yes.
It's totally a Tom movie.
Yeah.
But I saw the Mission Impossible movie this Friday. I didn't get it. There's a lot of technical stuff involved in it.
Well, that could be part of it. I don't get that technical stuff.
And I didn't know who was the enemy or who was the hero.
What?
Go watch it.
You didn't know who was the enemy?
Or who was the hero?
Well, here's maybe, I don't know. The guy that is starring in the movie, he would be the hero?
Well, it didn't seem like it sometimes.
He shot somebody. He wasn't the hero. Looks like Arkansas teacher, the teacher of the year. Yeah, awarded the teacher of the year. Must serve 58 days in jail and 6 years of probation. it's just coming to light that she had sexual activity with a student in 2010. Lee Queen was arrested, and she pled guilty over the weekend. She was 20. She'll do 58 days in jail and will be on probation for 6 years. Doesn't say if she was have to undergo be a registered sex offender. I would think that would go along with that. But in 2022, she was awarded Teacher of the Year and began her relationship with a 17-year-old boy who graduated, and she was 31 at the time.
No, he thought she was Teacher of the Year for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, her ex-husband caught her in bed with the student.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the former student's parents evidently were very upset. Well, I mean, the husband was too. I mean, can you imagine coming home and finding your wife in bed with one of her students?
Ooh.
That's got to be crazy. By the way, the student has not pressed charges. Tom's over here. We didn't have teachers like that when I was in school.
No, we did.
We didn't. 8:16, boob of the day on the way. Chris Christie calling Donald Trump a liar and a coward. That's your boy. A liar and a coward.
Boy, Tom, you're not exactly bad. So he supported Mike Pence,
right?
Nikki Haley, and Chris Christie. Dude, you're at the bottom, bro.
My guys are just not doing it, are they?
Well, your guys.
I can't wait to the debates on August 4th, though.
And by the way, Donald Trump was asked about that over the weekend. Not sure if he will debate.
Really?
I mean, does he really have anything to win?
Not really, to tell you the truth. But there's going to be accusations against him, and he might want to.
Since when there aren't any accusations.
But he may want to respond to them. That's why he should be at the debate.
By the way, the number 3 guy, what's his name, Will? Vas
Rasamasi?
Yeah, whatever the hell.
Right.
Anyway, I think that guy is going to maybe surpass Mike Pence. But nobody is going to beat Donald Trump. Nobody will beat Donald Trump.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
Ramaswamy, right.
Tom, you looking at my cue sheet, huh?
Yeah. It's a cheat sheet.
My cheat sheet. And a 36-year-old man arrested and charged with murder and a choking death of a man that happened Friday. So police have arrested Julian Belderrama. He has been charged with murdering a 56-year-old man. Evidently, there was a call that a domestic assault was in progress, and when they got there, the guy was dead. And incident was not a domestic-related call, according to police. I don't know what the beef was by these two. And UPS out this weekend protesting. A lot of the workers protesting. I know they were in Roswell protesting last week, and hundreds of UPS workers are picketing in Albuquerque, and they were out Saturday protesting. They want more money and better working conditions. I think UPS has already agreed to give them air conditioning.
Yeah. Gave him a door. What else you need?
I would love to see you working that job.
I used to deliver.
Deliver what?
Pizzas.
Yeah. Back in the day, it was 30 minutes or less. Tom never delivered in 30 minutes. By the way,
how many times did the pizza show up with a couple slices?
Yeah, I only took a couple pepperonis right off the top. Sorry about that. But you would get lost.
I could do that job.
Yeah. No, you couldn't.
No,
you
can't
couldn't.
even drive for 5 minutes without falling asleep.
Here, deliver this to Jow. Well, wait, I got to go to Seminole, right? But protest, the big protest happens in August, but we'll see where they go from here. I bet they settle before the I don't know. The deadline was July, and they pushed it back.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. This is nationwide. Could affect Christmas big time. And I don't know if you noticed, if you bought anything off of Amazon. I still haven't. Some of my stuff won't be here until like the beginning of August.
Better hurry up.
I kind of missed the 2-day shipping. Now, Amazon more and more are getting their own delivery drivers.
Yep.
If you are like in a bigger city, you'll find them driving around, and or you can. How's that work, Will? They put it in the box and you go pick it up.
Yeah, there's places like the Allsup's has the little boxes you can go get. You have enter your code.
Mm-hmm. Did you know they're also outsourcing their administrative orders?
What?
Amazon. If you wanted a part-time job, they're outsourcing those to people out there as a contract laborer.
Yeah, you ought to go get you some of that.
So, and
here, Tom, you got 10 deliveries today. I'm sorry, I only got 2.
No, you never have to deliver. You never have to tape up stuff. Nothing.
Tape up stuff.
Tape up the boxes and stuff.
Who ever has to tape up the boxes?
Well, they do. Don't you?
I love your brain when it works.
Yeah.
Evidently, it's not working now. Ever had to pay child support and got upset that you had to pay the child support?
No.
Oh, I've heard all your bitching and complaining.
I was not. Never complaining.
$350 I had to pay. Can you believe I got to pay $350? I've heard all your complaining. All of it. And what she's doing with that money. What is the ex doing with that money?
I wanted to know.
What is she doing with that $350?
Not much.
Yeah, $350 ain't much, bro.
Well, when my little one, when Andrea got to be 15, I got her a bank card at one of the regional banks, and I would put money in it so she could have it.
Oh, thanks for being a dad.
Well,
thanks for being a dad. Wow. Dad dumps 80,000 pennies on his ex-wife's lawn.
Okay, why?
So, Tom, go ahead and do the math. 80,000 pennies.
80,000 pennies times.
What's the value of a penny?
1 cent.
So how much is that?
That would be $8,000.
Or $800.
He's in the damn neighborhood. Well, what are you talking about? Anyway, so he dumped $800 on her front lawn. He paid. They didn't say how to pay.
That's right.
Yeah, I paid. And congratulations. Is that really showing your kids something, though?
Boy, that's going above and beyond there to really make her pay.
Back in the day, in the state of Texas, if you raise kids, you have to pay child support on those kids. So I had 5 kids. 3 of them were mine.
Right.
I still had to pay child support on kids that weren't biologically mine, which is okay. But I don't like being mandated that I have to pay.
Right.
But in Texas, if you raised them, you're paying child support.
That's right.
So I was paying $1,500 a month. And then they took me to court because I was making side money.
Oh, for real hustling.
Yeah.
Huh?
So congratulations, Tom. That $350 doesn't seem that bad. Republicans say Obama was aware of the Biden family business dealings. Could Barack Obama be charged with any crimes? Don't count on it.
Right.
Do not count on it. Supposedly new information coming out about the Bidens that they knew about the Obama. He knew that the Biden family had dealings in Ukraine, Russia, Romania, and China, and Mexico. Obama also knew that about Hunter Biden and the brother James Biden. They knew.
Oh, crooks,
and
man.
By the way, information's coming out like emails already. They knew. They knew exactly what was going on. 824, Boob of the Day coming up next, Tom.
All right, so I went to watch The Sound of Freedom yesterday in Hobbs, says this one text, and they had the volume extremely low. I mean, you could barely hear it. Multiple people, though, went on and to management, they say they couldn't hear it, and they said they couldn't control the sound. Sounds fishy to me, says the texter. And Tom's top 3 list. Number 1, hip buffet. Number 2, freeloading. And number 3, can I say that?
I don't know. I'm not looking at it.
Well, it's about you. It's about we.
Asking about my wife.
Asking about Kevin's wife.
You pervert.
Oh, Tony in the cap shop says, do you have any cuts from Trump's interview with Maria Bartiromo? Says the texter.
I don't, but I'll get them for you tomorrow. I basically played all the cuts today from the convention over the weekend.
And for that guy from Snyder, says this one text, that was having sex with a 5-year-old, this is a complete failure of our society. The fact that he would even make it to jail is unbelievable. This failure starts in the White House and trickles down to society. There's one place on earth for this man, and it is called hell, says the texter.
Swinging off a tree. That's where he...
So, American Patriot asks, hey, Tom, how was the chicken strip dinner from Butcher Block?
We can't. Can we say the name of it?
What? I just did.
Oh, delicious. Delicious.
I'm doing it for the kids.
Well, I was doing it for advertising wise, but
I'm doing it for the kids.
Oh, you were?
Oh, you're trying to sell advertising?
I went in there and it was at a soft opening. I wasn't going to say nothing about it because,
Shut up.
And I asked them if they needed advertising. And they said, well, we will. So.
Shut up.
Whatever.
You got to go try it. I ain't lying to you.
Shut up.
You want to get fat? That's the place.
Shh.
Yeah.
Shh.
Yeah, that was real healthy for you, Tom.
It's good. But somebody actually gave me a plate. They were closed already. And I was walking out the door. I guess one of our listeners saw me and says, hey, Tom, they gave me an extra deal.
Oh, wait. I get how this works. Now Tom gets free advertising. He's like the chow hound that goes out and he gives people free advertising for free food. No. Oh, now I see the way.
When I was a regular customer, said, hey, listen, they gave us this, but you can have it.
Oh, you took somebody's leftovers.
Well, and I said, well, can I pay you for it at least? I said, no, that's yours. So I said, I will give you a shout out then. To the family was
You took somebody's leftovers.
I did not.
Now I know you're a homeless guy that should be outside of Walmart. Wow. Wow. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you every project begins with a solid foundation. Chance Materials, they can provide you with affordable, ready-mix concrete, great customer service. Find them online at chancematerials.com. 575-363-3240, 575-363-3240. Plants in Roswell and in Carlsbad. They serve all of Southeast New Mexico. ChanceMaterials.com. Warm day today, up to about 102. 73 tonight, 105 tomorrow, 106 on Wednesday. Maybe cooling down a little bit for Thursday and for Friday. Hot day today. Stay hydrated, up to 102. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 Dark Lane in Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns. They got them all. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. And ladies, they encourage you, if you're looking for personal protection, they've got guns. Yeah. Check them out today. Zia Guns, closed on Saturday, open on Sunday, 1907 Dark Lane in Roswell. Wrap up the text. We'll take a break, but we got to do Boob of the Day next.
Jeremy's chiming in this morning. Shoot, if you have the patience to go through all those pennies, some of them might be worth millions, says Jeremy this morning. Okay. And another texter says, Tom's guy is Biden, says the texter. I've never voted for him. I wouldn't vote for him.
Brain activity,
even though we may have something in common, but no.
Oh, you're admitting? Could it be like the foods you eat have nothing to do with?
No.
Garbage in, garbage out.
You know what I had for breakfast this morning?
Garbage
I
in.
think Will be proud of me this morning, Will.
Why should you be proud of doing the right thing?
Because I had 2 pieces of 4-inch sausages, round sausages.
And that's good for you?
Yeah.
High blood pressure. High cholesterol.
I put it in my air filter.
High blood sugar.
Air filter drain the grease. And water. That's all I have. That's all I've had so far.
Would that have
you
like
went to the convenience store and bought them off the rack?
Would that be sodium in there?
Well, I'm sure you can't take everything out.
You know what I had, Tom?
What'd you have?
2 boiled eggs, cheese, banana, and grapes.
All right.
And I ain't dying.
Well, I ain't either.
Unlike you.
And
All right.
Well, one more text. This is asking you, B. Remember when treason was illegal?
Yeah, it's amazing that that's not illegal anymore. Yeah. Kind of crazy. All right, let's get to the boob of the day, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Anesthetics, medical professionals on staff, 70-plus years of experience. Get in touch with Kelly today. Tell him you want to get your blood drawn. You want to get the deep dive into your blood, and I do that on an annual basis. Let him check everything out. Next Monday, we'll go in there to get the results of our blood. I actually talked a wife into doing so, and women, once you turn 40 plus, you gotta think about pre-menopause, maybe menopause is not that far away, so they're going to check all our hormones out, make sure everything is good to go, check my hormones and my testosterone, and before I leave to go back to the Philippines, I'll get my injections of ozone. They also do stem cell. You ought to talk to them about that, and if you're living in pain, try cryotherapy. 3900 North Lovington Highway, Hobbs, America, Functional Medicine, Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, proud sponsor of the boob of the day.
So remember the so-called dress that broke the internet when 8 years ago, was it 8 years ago, really? People were debating, is it white and gold or is it blue and black? Well, there's some heavy news on that front. The groom at the wedding has been charged with attempted murder. His name is Keir Johnston, and his mother-in-law was the woman who wore the dress. Keir has been accused of a long period of domestic violence against his wife, the woman he married back in 2015, mostly between April of 2019 and March of last year. Keir allegedly assaulted his wife in multiple ways on multiple occasions, placed her in a headlock, dragged her, stalked her, mentally abused her, strangled her at knife point, and threatened to kill her. He denies all of it, and he pled not guilty. A trial is scheduled for next year. Ironically, the dress that was once featured in a domestic abuse campaign by the Salvation Army, worn by a woman whose face was battered black and blue. The tagline read, "Why is it so hard to see black and blue? The only illusion is if you think it was her choice. 1 in 6 women are victims of sex abuse or victims of abuse. Stop abuse against women." Congratulations, dude. Making national news yet again, this time for attempted murder. You are the boob of the day.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Check them out today. Well, not to be unlike America, Canada is now recalling 6 brands of energy drinks, including Prime. Yeah, Prime has, what do they say, 280?
Something.
Milligram. Something.
280 milligrams.
Of what? Go ahead, since you chimed in. Go ahead. 280 milligrams.
Of aspartame.
Aspartame?
Mm-hmm.
Aspartame?
God, I hope not.
What is that? Aspartame?
Yeah.
Did you just say that? Aspartame?
The sugar they put in it. Aspartame.
I think the word
aspartame is sweet. Is that what you're saying? Holy crap!
I think the word you're looking for is aspartame, but of course, what B's talking about is milligrams of caffeine.
Caffeine.
Say the name of it.
So The Canadians want to get that bad taste out of their mouth with too much caffeine. Look, it sounds like a lot, but I went and looked at my Black Rifle Coffee Company, the coffee I drink every day out of the can. That's got 300 milligrams. So it's actually, Tom, 300 minus 180 would be
120.
Oh, Tom scores one. Oh, my God. 120 milligrams more. And a lot of times I will drink a ZOA energy drink, and that's got 200.
Man.
So I don't get what they're looking at. By the way, Canada has set legal limits on caffeine to be 180 milligrams per serving. So what if you drink 10 cups of coffee a day? That's a little over 180. Right. I mean, you want to mandate everything. And then I guess Chuck Schumer and, it's a great idea. We'll do it. We'll outlaw Prime. 200 milligrams. There are mornings that I drink 500 milligrams of coffee and energy drink, and it really doesn't bother me. And, they tried to do the same thing with sodas. Well, we're going to outlaw, you can only have a 32-ounce soda. You know what people did? They just went and bought two.
Right.
I mean, you can't mandate everything. You just can't. And Arizona city of Scottsdale, very hoity-toity Scottsdale, has banned natural grass from in front yards of homes.
Get out.
So you have to have fake grass to conserve water.
The drought. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, to conserve water. Yeah. Man kills his ex-girlfriend's friend in Albuquerque. Criminal complaint said that man has been charged as of yesterday. Chase Cuffey was hiding in the patio storage room of his ex-girlfriend's apartment when she and two of her friends went outside on the patio. Cuffey is accused of coming out of the storage closet, threatening the group, and then shooting one of her friends. Cuffey's ex-girlfriend said that he had been stalking her and had a protective order out, but it had recently expired. Cuffey, by the way, has been charged of murder and 3 counts of aggravated assault. I'm sure the governor will be talking about those damn guns.
Thanks, Michelle. Really.
Maybe you ought to look at, I don't know. It's not the guns, it's the people. And police charge a suspected street racer with DWI. So you're drunk and racing cars. I got it. Yeah. Not very smart. By the way, there are raceways all over New Mexico. Go race on the raceways and not on the streets. By the way, this happened on Central Avenue. So the guy has been arrested and has been charged with murder and DUI. Both of them. Police in El Paso charge a 36-year-old Julian Baldorado with murdering a 56-year-old.
My goodness.
And there was a story that came out this weekend about the former Reds owner, the Cincinnati Reds owner.
Marge?
And his name was Gabe Paul.
Oh, Gabe Paul.
And Johnny Bench, they were talking about how cheap he was. He signed Johnny Bench to a contract, $400 a month. In baseball terms nowadays, $400 a month is nothing.
Right.
And talking about Gabe Paul's, how cheap he was, and his daughter was present, and Johnny Bench said that he was a real Jew. As far,
really?
Jewish people don't get offended by that because they're frugal. Why would you get offended by saying somebody was a Jew? Anyway, Johnny Bench came out and said he apologized, and that, but at the same time, he said that Mr. Paul was really proud of being tight. $400 a month? My God. Those guys.
There are certain stereotypes that people embrace. I've never known a black man to downplay the size of anatomy.
Right.
So, and the same thing with Jews. I've never known them to downplay their frugalness.
Oh, you getting sleepy, huh? You want to go Mimi?
No, I'd take a Mimi.
Yawn.
Num, 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 num.
Pennsylvania woman. Home invasion. Shoots the burglar suspect. It's happened about 1:34 a.m. in the morning. I'm just saying, if you come to my house at 1:34 in the morning, you better let me know that I know you.
Right.
So she actually shot the burglar in the leg and the arm. Right leg and right arm. He's identified as 48-year-old Jeremiah Parker. He was treated by medics and taken into custody. She's a hero, Tom. She saved the day. And El Paso Police Department are saying that 3 people were rushed to the hospital over the weekend out at a park because of the excessive heat. Car show going on at the same time. And because of the heat, 3 people taken from the park to the hospital because of dehydration and possibly a heat stroke. And we talked about Jason Aldean. In Connecticut, temperatures were 89 degrees.
That's not enough for a heat stroke.
And he had to be he ran off the stage. I always thought if you were suffering from a heat stroke, it affected you where you weren't able to run. But they're calling it a heat stroke.
I don't know, man. Sometimes in those hot spotlights in certain places, the temperature can be a lot hotter. But obviously, if it had been in Phoenix, you could understand.
Yeah, that would have been different. But in Connecticut, crazy. All right, text line is open. We'll take a break. We've got a lot of things going on. Our number 877-396-W105, Tomas.
All right, so this texter says, most women put their phones in back pockets. And she says, because men usually on their phone clips on their side. Yeah, dumb, says the texter. I put mine in my front pocket.
Right on top, the muffin top.
So that's what I do. And you only think that the caffeine doesn't bother you? Cut it out of your diet for a month, says the texter, then tell me how it's bothered you. That's Dustin at Caverns Armory this morning. So have you quit cold turkey?
I have quit cold turkey before, Tom.
Yeah. And how did it feel?
I survived.
Oh. No, you were cranky. I know. I got that butt end of it. And what about humidity for Jason Aldean? Do you think that may have had a...
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've never been to Connecticut, so I don't know. I wouldn't think of that having high amounts of humidity. Maybe so.
Something happened to him. So we can rip kids out of... so this texter says, so we can rip kids out of the mother and kill a baby, but we can't have the energy drinks? Oh, okay. People's priorities are skewed, says the texter. Hey.
All right, still to come, we're going to talk about Mike Pence, how much money he's raised. His numbers, Tom, you haven't given to Mike Pence?
No, yeah, I'm going to wait till it's fully out there, his campaign.
Well, he needs the money now, Tom, especially after the dumb comments he made. He needs the money now. We'll talk about that. Supreme Court will hear the case of a Missouri police sergeant who claims that she was illegally discriminated against by her employer. We'll talk about that. And coming from Pennsylvania, story about a climbing exercise that goes bad. We'll talk about that. And by the way, the climbing exercise leads to an inmate escaping. Mexican journalist, the second one that was mowed down over the weekend. We'll talk about that. 26 immigrants found dead in Texas. I'll tell you what county they discovered the bodies. And an airline passenger makes a stomach-turning discovery in mid-flight. We'll tell you what they found. Could it be poop? Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that. And FBI director will be back testifying today, Christopher Wray. We'll get you updated, and we'll give you an update on Mike Pence. That and more coming up in a second. Tom and the text before we take our break.
You know, this texter says, you know what? I quit cold turkey, he says, or she says, and till now, I quit cold turkey, too. I know how to heat it up, says the texter. Okay.
How to give it up.
Yeah, well, he said heat it up. I guess he meant give it up. Do you see Mike Pence ruin the presidential career by saying America isn't his concern?
I definitely think that's added to it. I don't think he had a shot to begin with, but
it's early, so things may change.
Yeah, Jerome, we played that cut this morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he said Americans don't count. It's not his concern.
Not a concern.
And Ukraine's his concern.
Yeah. One more text here. Pence says things, but Kamala wants to decrease populations to help with emissions.
Yeah, well, I played that cut also, I do believe. But, yeah, I mean, why would they want to kill off the population?
Old people?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that whole thing went back as far as Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to cut back treatment for old people. Let them die. Let them die. You know, that was the whole idea of Obamacare.
Don't wait. I mean, just give it a little bit longer. We'll be doing like Canada. We'll be having the assisted suicide.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't want to save the elderly people. They wanted to just let them die from natural causes. Don't do any life. You know, if you're a certain age, you're not worth saving. Well, I don't know.
If you can't afford your medical bills, just sign this piece of paper and we'll kill you.
Yeah, but we'll give health care to everybody else, just not our citizens.
This way, we can give more to Ukraine.
Our southern border, Tom, wide open.
Right.
How many
German's
people?
Right. He said people like Tom will still vote for Mike Pence, though that's the issue.
I mean, how many people come over here for the express reason of getting free health care?
Majority of them.
I mean, no, I wouldn't say the majority, but you got people that come over here for the express reason of getting free health care.
Right.
They can't get it. You know, Mexico's just like the Philippines. You don't get the health care unless you pay for it. And they come to your bed every day and go, okay, it's today's bill going to be 100,000 pesos.
Really? They would usher you out if you didn't have the money?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Why do you think so many people come across the border to come get free medical care?
No, but with you, when you had your accident.
We've talked about this multiple times.
I know, but I still don't think, don't they have the hypocritical youth over
the hypocritical
oath?
It's called the Hippocratic Oath.
Well, it's in the neighborhood.
And no.
Mexico has the same thing. If you don't pay,
you don't get treated.
You don't get treated. If you do not pay, you don't get treated. Where in America, we'll take anybody as long as there's we have to.
Charge it off of the taxpayers later.
Exactly. Thanks, Tom, for finally waking up to this. Thank you. You won't get the medical treatment, but others will.
Right.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on, coming right back. We've got a lot of things. We'll be on the air until 9:30 this morning. News this morning being brought to you by Made Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Made Trailer Sales, serving southeast New Mexico. And, of course, they have the largest inventory, new and pre-owned RVs, 2 lots in Roswell. And they give great customer service and awesome pricing. You cannot stay in business for almost 70 years without giving great customer service and treating people the right way. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Go take the virtual tour of every one of their units, new and pre-owned. 575-622-1751. What are you shaking your head about?
Oh, so trying to get our news deal up a little bit, forward a little bit. So I don't see it.
Do you want me to go do it for you?
No. I mean, we could move it up. Can I try it?
Why are you talking instead of doing it? We would already have it done.
Well, Will's doing me a favor right quick. Thanks, Will.
You don't know how to move stuff?
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
40 years. 40
years we didn't have computers.
40 years. 40 years.
But I'll learn by the end of the
Oh, wait. You mean that the equipment has evolved?
I put in
but the human being hasn't?
Well, I put in the software by myself in Big Spring.
Shut up.
I did.
Nobody believes that.
I did. It was on our Tejano station.
Nobody believes it, Tom. Absolutely nobody.
Owner said, here's the book.
All right. Who believes that Tom installed software? I want to know who believes this. Load of manure. Who believes that? Even your biggest fans know that is not true.
I did.
Not buying it.
I say it wasn't right or nothing, but
I'm not buying it.
It got in there.
You can't even remember your passwords.
So, no, that was what, 30 years ago, B? Come on.
I've known you for 15, and it's been pretty much the same. All right, well, we got the news up next.
We do. We're ready for Fox News.
Let's get updated, Tom, if you would. Do I need to go do it for you?
No, I just...
Can we get it done?
Yeah. You ready?
I'm not letting you wear on the board tomorrow.
I'm going to run it.
Oh, no.
I want to
hell
run it.
no.
I want to
Hell
run
no.
it.
Hell no.
I do want to run it.
Yeah, hell no.
This way you can't say, see, you gave up after the first day.
Hell no. This is like watching paint dry. All right, here we go. Tom and a look at news. Let's see if he pressed the right button at least.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A key bridge for the Russian military is hit by Ukraine. It links Russia to the Crimean Peninsula. 2 people are reported killed. Meantime, Russia suspends a deal allowing Ukrainian grain exports.
The war initially blocked exports from Black Sea ports, so Russian guarantees of safety have been crucial. But now the Kremlin says it's ending its participation in the deal, having claimed for months that its demands on exporting Russian grain and fertilizer hadn't been met. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
There's a train derailment and precautionary evacuations north of Philadelphia. Shana Ferreira with Fox 29.
We're talking about 15 to 20 cars that have been impacted. We were able to confirm that there were some silicone pellets aboard one or at least a few of those derailed cars.
And police say there's no risk from those to the community and report no injuries in the derailment. America's listening to Fox News.
There's been talk in the news that it's hard to get credit these days. Not here. Just like always, we're making auto loans. We offer competitive rates and quick service. We make our loan decisions locally, so you don't have to wait for out-of-town approval on your loan. Make this strong move. Get your auto loan from us. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Are you one of the best truck drivers in the oil field? Then join the family of excellence at TRM Trucking, now hiring kill truck and pump truck drivers. At least 2 years experience in a Class A CDL required. Earn top wages, 100% paid health insurance, paid vacation, monthly safety bonuses, assigned trucks, and your home every night. Apply at TRM Trucking, commercial and the Tatum Highway in Lovington. Ask for Michael Reyes. Learn more at LuckyFamilyInc.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Our sizzling used car summer sale is heating up at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We searched the country for the best deals available and have truckloads coming in for this hot sale. Big trucks, little trucks, sports cars, mom cars. We have them all at the hottest prices in the Southwest. Bring the wife, bring the kids, bring the in-laws, because it's a party. 2155 South Canal Street in Carlsbad, right under the Great American Flag. Carlsbad Chevrolet. No bullshit. I mean, period.
Southeast New Mexico weather
Hi, good morning. Over southeast New Mexico, it's mild now, but listen to these numbers this afternoon. With temperatures down the 285 corridor, Roswell at 108 degrees, 108 in Carlsbad, Artesia, and 103 in Hobbs and Lovington at our radio studios. By tomorrow, our radio studio temperature should reach 107 degrees, with Roswell at 109. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends.
Hello. Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Hey, man, who's behind the mic? What's all the hype about?
And the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
I get by with a little help from my friends. Thank you, Will Rooney.
It's the story of Tommy's life.
Thank you, Kevin B. Appreciate you.
What, you want to pat you on the back now? Or what?
Wait a second. I just felt something. Under this board, this console, somebody, it's like being in school, and I wonder who did this.
What is it?
It had to be the software installer. It's a lump of gum.
I don't chew gum. Nope.
I swear it's like going to school.
I know. I've never felt it down there.
What the hell?
It's probably from years gone by.
Sure it is.
Well, we brought this from Ruidoso, remember?
And so I wouldn't.
When it was
no,
upside down
it was
before
not.
we installed it. It was completely clean.
It was clean.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that part of that desk was used by our guests that would come
Oh,
in.
now you're blaming it on the guests.
On the extended version.
Now he's blaming it on the guests. Good news coming up. Star-studded cast of Oppenheimer left the film's London premiere early, as Hollywood actors, of course, have been going on strike along with the writers. And people haven't left the movie that early since Flash hit theaters. Yeah. So, Will, I started watching Suits. I had no idea that was Meghan Markle. On Friday, you said that. Yep. I had seen, and you know, I watched last night, a couple episodes last night, and you know, the big deal about her being black, African American, she doesn't even look African American.
Oh no, she's very light skinned.
No, I actually thought she was Hispanic.
But yeah, they make race a big deal in that.
Yeah, they make. I'm like, what the hell? I had no idea she was actually African American. None. If nobody would have told me that her mom was African American, I had no idea.
Yeah.
See, that's the way it should be. Nobody has any idea. I mean, if Tom would have never said that he was Hispanic, I would have actually thought you were part black. See,
I'm dark brown.
Until somebody says something, you just don't know.
I'm a Prieto.
Just don't know. Joe Jonas revealed that he once popped his pants on stage.
What?
I don't need to know that. But
what does that mean exactly? Like,
I guess his pants split.
Well, that happens to a lot of actors or a lot of performers.
I guess. And Shakira is reportedly not bothered by whatsoever by her 13-year-old difference with NBA star Jimmy Butler. So they supposedly are a item.
Right.
Yeah, he grew up, watching her hips don't lie. And he's hoping they don't lie.
I remember when Chris Young split his pants on stage in Ruidoso.
Really?
And then they one of the band members fixed it with duct tape on stage.
Oh no!
But then the old owner of the radio station, when we were backstage after the concert, he walked up and he ripped the duct tape off. But part of the duct tape was actually on Chris's leg, so you could he didn't scream, but you could tell it was anguished. It was like,
it was a yelp.
He just took some air.
The things that people do. Unbelievable. Would you rip the tape? No. Especially if it were, where was it ripped?
Well,
Will?
it was between the legs.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah, he reached down there and he just grabbed it and ripped it. I was
Wow.
like, whoa.
Royal Caribbean cruise ships, Icon of the Seas, will launch next January, instantly becoming the largest cruise ship ever. 5 times as large as the Titanic. Has 20 decks, a neighborhood on they call them neighborhoods, each parts of the ship. 6 water slides on the ship. Big deal. I still don't know if I want to go on it.
Right.
All you had to mention is Titanic, and I'm going, nah, don't know if I want
Now,
to.
did you know, B, I read something over the weekend, that the Titanic, that sank, wasn't actually...
Wait. The Titanic sank?
Well, it wasn't actually the Titanic. It was another boat that I believe one of the richest men at that time, he knew that the Titanic had problems, so he didn't let it go out, and the other boat actually hit the iceberg and it sank. They just changed the names on the boats. Nobody knew the difference because it was the maiden voyage of the Titanic.
I don't know if I'm buying that because the Titanic was the largest boat ever built at that time.
Yeah.
So they built 2.
They built
saying,
2.
Tom.
They built 2. And the other boat was the one that had the flaws in it. Because it had a lot of flaws going into that ocean.
But they switched it with another boat.
They did.
And just painted the different name. I don't know if I'm buying it.
Look, the things that he comes up with.
The cost back in the day to build a Titanic was huge. I don't know if anybody's going to build 2 of those.
Well, this is the richest guy in the world that built both boats.
I don't care how rich you are. You're not that stupid.
J.P. Morgan was the one that built those 2 boats.
J.P. Morgan?
Yep.
Was he any relations to J.P. Morgan Chase?
Well, he was a rich guy back in the day.
Okay. Supreme Court will hear the case of the Missouri police sergeant who claims illegal discrimination was behind an unfavorable employment decision made against her. I'm sure.
Fact check. Thomas Andrews built Titanic.
Thomas Andrews.
A little different than J.P. Morgan. Thank you, Tom. Anyway, this woman is suing under Civil Rights Act of 1964. We'll see where it goes. Goes to the Supreme Court today. She worked in the St. Louis, Missouri Police Department, 2008, 2017. She worked in the department's intelligence division for public corruption and human trafficking cases. And she was also head of the gun crimes unit. It sounds like she had some pretty good advancement in there, but she evidently feels she didn't get promoted because they didn't like her.
Really?
Legally discriminated against Tom. And looking dirty and wet and worn, guy was rearrested. Possible homicide suspect used bed sheets. This is old school. Bed sheets to climb down the northern Pennsylvania jail to escape. By the way, he was Michael Burham, 34 years old, was rearrested yesterday. Was sitting in jail with $1 million bond and charged with kidnapping, burglary, and other counts. By the way, he was considered pretty dangerous, was able to get out of jail simply by using a bed sheet.
Jumped out the window or something.
Mexican journalist gunned down at a hotspot along the beach, Acapulco. And this is the second journalist to be kidnapped in 1 week or gunned down in 1 week. By the way, 6 journalists were arrested were kidnapped last week. 26 migrants found dead in one Texas county this year. Deputies say that people crossing the border have been pretty high. Brooks County, 26 migrants dead in 1 year. And by the way, the year's not over.
Right.
Here, we're only in July. Tom in the text, 877-396-W105.
You know, so this texter is saying this morning, you know what? Hey, Tom, don't listen to them. You're doing a great job at showing everyone that you're not worth a damn. Says the texter. Okay.
Russ Black, look at Tom. Look at him. Look at Tom.
And
he's behind the board.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Russ has come to save the day.
No, don't help him, Russ. Don't help him. Let's see if he
Will was a little hot.
Oh, Will was hot.
And I got to ask, why?
What?
Why do you have all the mics on? We're only using 2.
We're using 3. I don't know if Russ wanted to chime in for a minute or not.
But we're only using 2.
Yeah. Mic 1 is me. Mic 3 is Will, and mic 4 is you.
So why are the other mics on?
They're not on. I see if Russ wanted to chime in.
Don't help him. Don't help him.
I'm good. All right, so you're asking for the texter. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop. I have to catch my breath, says the texter. Oh, my God, Tom. You need to do your research better. J.P. Morgan wasn't even on the ship, says the texter.
I don't even think he would be alive at that day.
Mm-hmm. He went on the boat. He was scheduled to ride on the Titanic, and something happened, and he ended up riding back on another one that left the next day. J.P. Morgan is the J.P. Morgan bank person, and he was on a different boat, but he was scheduled to be on the Titanic.
Oh.
So, maybe I got it a little sideways.
So surprisingly enough, and I did a little research, and Jerm is right too. He did it too. The Titanic had 2 sister ships.
Yes.
But neither one of them were called the Titanic. One was called the Olympic, and one was called the Britannic. So, but nice try, Tom.
Well, that's the Britannic that he left on.
And they didn't switch one at the last minute.
Oh, they
it was
didn't?
always the Titanic.
All right, I was just bringing something to the
neighborhood.
I mean, I'm not saying it's accurate.
I just made some crap up and pulled it out of my backside.
And not.
Dude, that was a Morky and Porky if I ever heard one.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Mike Pence says the only way Trump could end the Ukrainian Russia war is siding with Putin like he always does. Mike, you know what's time for you to do? Go home to Indiana. My home is Indiana. Just go home. Just stop it. You have proven that you are worthless.
Well, he did some good things when he was governor of Indiana.
Name one. Go ahead. Go ahead. See, I love this when people open their mouth. Go ahead and name one.
All right. So, Indiana is known as the Hoosier State.
Go ahead and name one. I don't need to know the backdrop. I don't need to know any. Just name one.
Well, when he was in office, Notre Dame is in Indiana. So is Holy Cross, 2 of the biggest universities there.
Oh, boy, I'll make this up as I go.
No, serious. And then at Holy Cross, this one kid had trouble getting into school there because he wasn't of the faith. Now, Mike Pence is Catholic, as you know. So he wanted to study theological theories, and so he got him into Holy Cross. One of the things that he did for kids out there.
Boy, that was awesome. It affected one kid, and thank you.
Well, there's one of the kids who was not going to go to school, but Mike Pence was able to get him to school.
Maybe. All right, Tom's not running the board anymore. Now people say they can't hear me.
No, you're definitely lower.
Well, Russ messed with it, so there you go. Talk to me.
And I don't believe that Mike Pence is Catholic.
He darn
but
sure
you're in
is.
charge of the board, Tommy.
Yeah, you're on that, buddy. But no, he's Catholic, B. Mike Pence is Catholic. You didn't know that?
I'm doubting very seriously. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, wait. While in college, Pence left the Catholic Church and became a born-again Christian. While he was in college. How old is Mike Pence, Tom?
Got to be in his 70s already.
Well, you mean 60 years ago he left the Catholic Church? Wow. But, yeah, he's big-time Catholic. See, that's why he fought so hard for this kid. And thank you. Thank you for affecting one kid's life.
So what's his faith now?
Born-again Christian.
Well, so he's a born-again Catholic.
He's a born-again Christian, Tom.
He's Catholic. I know he's Catholic. And, guys, Tom is actually correct about that story. Text goes on to say, I came across the Titanic story and them switching the ships as well. See? I was right.
J.P. Morgan Chase was on that ship. He's the one that changed it. Damn sure did. Sure did. All right, teenage mother in Florida accused of putting fentanyl in her baby's bottle, thinking it was cocaine. Whoa. Why would you put either substance? I mean, she's acting like, I thought it was cocaine. Why would you put cocaine in the baby's bottle? They're hyper enough. And cocaine's illegal, too. By the way, when EMS got to their house, unresponsive. The mother is 17 years old, of course, lied about the whole thing, and then figured it out. Put cocaine. Oh, I didn't know it was cocaine. I thought maybe it was fentanyl.
Yeah.
From AP News, claims the Titanic was secretly switched with a sister ship are unfounded.
Oh. There you go, Tom. Unfounded. Fake news.
Well, I had J.P. Morgan, right?
No. It wasn't J.P. Morgan. Maybelline. Here's a picture of the new spokesperson for Maybelline. Can you see that, Will?
The transgender dude.
Dude.
Which I don't get is what is the population of transgenders in America? You're going to throw your business away?
Less than 1%.
Wow.
Well, okay, so there's going to be a growing population of men wanting to wear makeup, okay, because of all the transgender fad that's going on. But even with that, do you think you're gonna alienate more women than you attract transgender men?
Pretty crazy. Democrat state representative calls Moms for Liberty members, calling them a-holes and saying they're like the Taliban. Democrat state lawmaker in New Hampshire calling Moms for Liberty like the Taliban in a minivan. You know what's crazy about this story? Moms from Liberty, look that group up. They're against the woke ideology. That's all it is. They want to know exactly what their kids are learning in school, and they want to know what books are in the library that their kids shouldn't be reading. That's what it is. So they're like terrorists? Why is it so important to get kids to learn about sex at an early age? And by the way, that's something they should learn at home from mom and dad about the birds and the bees. I mean, Tom's a great example. He taught his kids about the birds and the bees.
I did.
Yeah, while he was trying to learn about it. All right, item number 877-396-W105. We got to take a break, keep you updated with a look at news, get you updated with everything going on. News this morning being brought to you by Janco Janitorial, located 324 West Main Street in Artesia. They have a full-service commercial janitorial company, and they specialize in everything from window cleanings to office cleaning to all-field-related cleaning. They can also go in and strip your floors and wax your floors, and they can sell you all your janitorial supplies at the same time. Their number, 575-703-1869. Get in touch with Amber today or go to the website, jancojanitorial.com. Let's get updated with news. We're coming right back. Russ Black is back, and he'll be on Tradio coming up in just a couple of minutes. We're being the Breakfast Club, W105.
MTD Radio News. I'm Joe Miller. New Mexico Foundation for Open Government accepting nominations for this year's William S. Dixon First Amendment Freedom Award, given to those who believe in government transparency at the state or local level and who have made significant contributions to sunshine in our state. Honor recognizes the outstanding accomplishments of citizens and organizations in New Mexico who champion transparency, defending people's rights to know the affairs of government. Award recipients will be selected by a panel of FOG directors who will be honored at the annual Your Right to Know Dixon Lunch in October. That takes place in Albuquerque. Local bands pled not guilty to charges filed against him in 2 cases, including one in which he allegedly threw a brick at police officers. 35-year-old Carlos Garcia Roswell pled not guilty to 9 charges in 2 criminal cases when he was arraigned Monday in Chavez County. A trial in both cases scheduled for the week of November 21. Charges stem from a March 7th incident where Garcia walked into Domino's Pizza to use the restroom. At the time, he was reportedly wearing a hoodie along with a green bandana and sunglasses over his face. Garcia reached into his pocket as if he had a gun, demanding a store employee empty the cash register, and the employee then handed Garcia $63 in cash. Roswell City Councilors postponed making a decision Thursday about creating a tax to fund a city ambulance service, but they did approve an agreement with Best Friends Animal Society to oversee the Animal Services Department. Fire department staff hadn't yet received some information about cost associated with starting up the ambulance service in time to present it to councilors. They've been working with an out-of-state medical billing practitioner on pricing. They're still evaluating what they've learned, that according to the deputy fire chief. Some of the councilors expressed concern with the prospect of approving the municipal gross receipts tax ordinance, and there were some questions about the agreement not spelling out whether the money would be used for an ambulance service or to pay a third-party provider. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
111 Beef Republic, ConocoPhillips, Devon, and HF Sinclair proudly present entertainment for the 78th annual Eddy County Fair. First, on Wednesday, July 26th, it's Uncle Cracker with special guests, the Dirty River Boys.
Singing, follow me, everything is on.
Then, after Thursday night's Faith and Family Show featuring Cochran and Company, come out Friday for Smokin' Hot Bulls and the sounds of Kyle Park with special opener Tell Runyon.
I just go wherever Rio goes.
Kyle Park, Friday, July 28th, following Smokin' Hot Bulls and Tell Runyon.
Pray out loud, make us proud, and son, don't forget where you come from.
Friday, gates open at 5, bull riding at 7 with concerts to follow. Tickets for either Wednesday or Friday night show, just $15 each and available in advance at EddyCountyFair.com. Paid for in part by Artesia and Eddy County Lodgers Tax.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay. In addition, you get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
When a home gets destroyed, it can be devastating. All you want is your home back the way it was before. With guaranteed replacement cost, if your home has to be rebuilt, farmers will pay the full cost regardless of your limits. It's just one of the many Farmers Policy perks. Call Herschel Ruston Hayes at 575-396-0513 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
When you order food for work on EasyCater.com, we've got your back. Real humans are here to help with your order every step of the way, making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing, confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem,
thanks for calling EasyCater.
Call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We're right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried New Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products. For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everyday.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Tom A. Reese is on the air with B and the Breakfast Club.
B and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
B and the Breakfast Club. Thanks for listening and making us the #1 way to wake up in southeast New Mexico. B and the Breakfast Club.
For the record, what you guys are doing is really creepy.
If you'd leave those buttons potted, it would work. Just work a lot better, but get the hang of it.
I got you on, didn't I?
Yeah.
Russ, tell him something, would you?
50 years.
I'll tell you a clue.
Yeah.
Get your sound set on your sliders, as you would call them.
We've only
call them
said
pots.
that 20 times.
Right. And then when you need to kill a channel, just kill the channel. Don't move your sliders. That way you don't have to play with them.
It's one less thing to have to worry about. How many times have you said that?
Yeah, but I don't like to do it that way because in case I press the wrong button.
Well, how's it working for you the way you're doing it now?
It's perfect. I haven't made a mistake.
By the way,
today.
Russ, you barely got him
Did you
on.
just say you haven't made a mistake today?
Not anything major,
Like-
no.
Just as long as we're teaching, for one, your bed music is a little hot, so turn that
Now you
not
can't
so
hear it.
far down that it sounds like another station bleeding in on us, but not where we're having to talk over it.
You listen here with your ears.
Now,
Your ears, you
Can
listen this way.
can you not hear that Will is overmodulated?
No.
Now say something, sir.
Who, me?
Yes.
I'm saying something now.
Okay, turn it down a little more.
Teaching Tom how to do this. live?
There you go. See,
No, but I told you, B, this happened last Friday, too, where he was overmodulated.
We don't have that problem when I run the board, Tom.
Dang,
I'm just saying we don't have those problems. I run a tight ship.
So do I.
Yeah, it's called the Titanic.
Okay, before I get out of your way, I'll say this. This is a complicated system for a rookie. It is.
Well, not for a 40-year veteran.
Yeah. He's not supposed to be a rookie. That was my point.
Former NFL quarterback, former quarterback, Phillip Rivers and his wife expecting another baby. How many kids do you think?
10
kids. 10 kids. They must be Catholic and with no cable.
Or Mormon.
Yeah, I mean, what's more? Well, come on. A woman in Massachusetts decided to buy herself something she's always wanted. 97th birthday. And Maria Erickson went out and bought it for herself.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you keep messing with it? You're killing me. What do you think it is that she went out and bought? And then he pots it down.
I'm going to say flowers?
John Deere tractor. Why? The volume was perfect, and you turned it down.
John Deere tractor. There.
Why you turned it down?
I couldn't hear it.
You're a nervous Nelly. You're a nervous Nelly. I couldn't hear it, so I turned it down. Is that what you're saying? Is that your story? I couldn't hear it, so I turned it down. Jamie Foxx spotted waving to fans. First public outing that he's had. TMZ reported that he was out and cruising around in Chicago. So Jamie Foxx looks like he's going to be okay. 9-year-old boy attended his grandmother's birthday party in a suburb of Chicago, Franklin Park. Killed by a drive-by shooting. Ulysses Campos killed by a drive-by shooting. How many drive-by shootings? Any type of drive-by shooting should be a death sentence. You're randomly shooting into a home, and here we go. Little 9-year-old dies. Pretty sad. And things are getting worse for Bud Light. It was the number one beer in the country. It's 14th now, and we hear Costco is considering they're dropping it from their stores. Look, they will not keep product if it doesn't sell.
Right.
Shelf space is so important. And the more you sell, the better location in the shelf you will get. You'll be at eye level if you're a big seller. Well, if you're not selling, they're gonna move that somewhere else. We talked about this a little bit on Friday. Kevin Costner ordered to pay $129,000 a month in child support, and twice as much as he had offered. No, what I don't get, it should be a cut and dry case because they had a prenup. They had a prenup that said $36,000. I mean, 36
a month, wasn't it?
$36,000 a month. Now she gets $120, even though they had a prenup. Kind of crazy. Still to come, good news of the day. And just a second, over the weekend, Steph Curry made a hole-in-one at the American Century Championship Celebrity Golf Course.
He'll win it, dude.
So Steph is known to score a lot, but from way downtown. But this is kind of crazy. Made a hole-in-one and won the tournament.
And made an eagle on the final hole to win the championship.
Yeah. So congratulations going out to Steph Curry. Probably will go down as one of the best basketball players. I don't agree with a lot of his politics.
Right.
I mean, there's a kid that's never had a bad day in his life, raised in a mom and dad. Now, they waited to get a divorce when he was in his 30s.
Right.
But had a pretty good life.
Well, his mama was a teacher. His dad, of course, was a former basketball player.
Right. And went on to be a coach.
Yep.
12-year-old suspect has been charged with a gruesome attack on a younger girl that was carried out at a Detroit park. Wayne County prosecutor said that in a prepared statement that the young girl was charged with assault of a younger girl, and the victim was 11 years old. 12-year-old taken into custody. What the heck is going on with us? And the Biden policy, if you haven't been keeping up with the Biden policy, John Kerry is now going to China. How many times will we go to China and kiss their ass? Why don't we make China come to the United States? Well, I mean, if this is the third time in a month that we've gone to China. And John Kerry, the climate czar, will go and talk to China about climate. Look, it's never going to happen. And the top Biden administration for U.S. citizenship and immigration service wants to defund ICE. Well, that would fit the whole idea of letting as many people in as we possibly can if we just don't deport anybody, right?
You think, right?
Well, and according to recent reports, guess what agency does the most to battle human trafficking? ICE.
ICE.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, well, of course that goes along with all of that. So, were we talking about the books that have been banned in Texas and Florida?
No.
Yeah, last week, didn't we?
Well, we talked about
32 liberal just out of the blue said, "What books shouldn't they be reading? Titles, please. Curious."
Well, I don't know the names of the damn titles, but I trust the parents to know the damn names of titles.
I know some. So, how about Gender Queer, a memoir? How about Out of Darkness or All Boys Aren't Blue? Beyond Magenta, It's Perfectly Normal. Just for example, Gender Queer, a memoir as a 2019 graphic memoir, written and illustrated, and graphically illustrated, I should say. It recounts the journey from adolescence to adulthood and the author's exploration of gender identity and sexuality, ultimately identifying as being outside the gender binary. No, but we're not grooming these kids.
No. And I'm going to be honest, I do not know the names of the books, but I have seen parents go before school boards and say, why, and read some of the books. Yeah.
That's just a handful. And there's more, but there's a few. And some of these have graphic illustrations or graphic depictions of different kinds of sexual acts.
Here's a great idea. If a parent wants their kid to read about how to perform boy-on-boy sex acts, let the parent buy the damn book.
They can buy the book. And there again, that's the thing, too. And I just did I was doing a search for banned books, and, of course, came up and says, fact check. Ron DeSantis says no books have been banned in Florida, and that's false. No, actually, it's not false. What he did was not allow it to be tax-funded books provided in the school to young children.
That's just common sense.
It is common sense.
I
but
mean,
there again, like B said, if any parent wants to go buy one of these books, they are more than free to in Florida or Texas or anywhere.
Or should we also put, how to...
well, let's just put Penthouse in the schools.
Or how to get young girls pregnant. The whole idea is just common sense. And I'm sorry that you don't have any. It's just common sense. If you want your child to read those books, go buy the damn books. The government shouldn't fund them. It's common sense. Sorry that common sense is not common.
Pushing this on children.
And you know what? If the kids actually want the books, I'm sure they're available.
They'll get them. Yeah.
And they can get them online. There's about 1 million other places they can, if it comes down to that. But let's not make the school make them available.
Yeah, and the taxpayers pay for them. Enough. All right, we got to get to good news of the day, being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day is Tom. Oh, there you go. Thanks for thinking ahead.
So no one hit the Powerball on Saturday, so you still got a chance. Last we checked, tonight's jackpot was estimated at about $900 million.
Wow.
Tomorrow's Mega Millions is up there, too, about $640 million. And I wonder if this lady will press her luck and buy in again. A woman in Missouri recently got scared when 2 bolts of lightning hit right next to her car. She pulled into a gas station right that moment, bought a Powerball ticket, and won $50,000. So there you go. A 6-year-old kid in South Carolina saved his brother's life this month. His name is Atticus Whitlock, and he was swimming in his grandparents' pool when his 2-year-old brother Anson fell in, and no one realized it.
Oh, man.
Atticus saw him at the bottom of the pool, swam down, pulled him up, and he's okay. The mom says she and her husband were both watching them, but looked away for just a second. That's how fast it can happen. And could this guy be father a year? A family in New Jersey almost had their big Disney World trip ruined when their flight got canceled last second. They would have had to wait for 2 full days for another flight, but the dad couldn't go because of work, so he picked them up at the airport and announced, "I'm driving you there." He drove 17 hours straight to get to Orlando, then he napped, turned around, and drove back, and he only missed 1 day of work. And that is the good news of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Rustin Hayes. Find out more information today. Pulled a Tom A. Pulled over and slept.
Whatever.
All right, we got to take a break. We're coming back. Tradio is up next with the award-winning Russ Black. I think tomorrow my blood pressure will not be as high if I'm running the board.
I want to do it.
It's not about what you want.
Well, I made a C+ today. That's my own. And I think I can improve on it.
I give you like a D+.
Well, all
I'm
right.
saying minus.
What's a plus? Or a minus? I want to do it. Be for real.
People saying, "Come on, Will, turn Tom up," or "Come on, Tom, turn Will up."
Look, the day's going to come.
Yeah, I think, Will, you have to turn your volume down and let Tom pot it up because I do hear some distortion somewhere.
I'll turn me down some more.
All right, now turn him up,
okay,
and this way we know.
All right, Will, go ahead.
Go ahead, Will.
I'm still here.
There it is.
Still doing it.
Yeah, that's better. That's better, though. All right, we're coming back. Let's get updated with news. Tradio up next. News this morning being brought to you by Enrique Rocha. Air conditioning and heating, that's what he does. He's got lots of experience, and his techs know how to do everything. That's the way Enrique is. He's been doing our air conditioning now for a long, long time. Keeps us on the air and can keep your house nice and cool. Talk to him about inverter technology. If you've got a 2-story house, upstairs is burning up, downstairs is cold, put the inverter air conditioner upstairs, and you can split that thing off so you have multiple rooms using the same air conditioner. And it uses 70% less energy, so they're very efficient. And he can put that system in, or your conventional heat pumps and more. 575-631-1999, 631-1999. Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. Get in touch with him today. Let's get updated with news. Russ Black and Tradio's up next.
Are you one of the best truck drivers